Start recording. Alright. Not quite really sure what the fuck you two are gonna be doing. I'm gonna be so real. I feel like, okay, I low-key think every single lore session post Rosaline is gonna be improv. Like, for at least the first few.
It really
because you all have been,
I have a plan.
You all have been properly shook, I think. Like I firmly believe that we are entering a new part of lore, right? Like I think the setup is complete, right? I think the encounter with Rosaline marks the end of like the setup part of lore of season 1.
Bro, we got the Avengers Assemble phones.
No, like things, things have been established. Like I think, and it's good too. This is episode 11 for Elpis, so we're officially on episode 11. And so the first 10 episodes are basically setup episodes, you know, establishing everything. And now that Rosaline's appeared, and I've actually introduced a proper villain to you all, now we have real story about to begin. Because I know none of you. No, okay, you will have a general plan, but I know none of you really know what to do next after Rosaline. Like, let's be real.
I mean, I kinda have a plan.
Kinda.
Yeah.
Kinda.
Well, for one, I'm gonna kill every Syntrex in the area, and then absolutely farm the shit out of them while getting money for it.
Most ineffective way to get money because like you have to search an entire continent for like 5 creatures.
Yeah, that's fair. But
anyway,
like,
yeah, but no, I was like this is the new dawn of lore. Like we're entering the next stage right here.
The thing is, I actually do have like a little thing, I think, and I have a general idea of what I want to do with my character. Cause like, I think, cause you know how Akron's supposed to be like the place where people like own their labor, right? Like the merchants own their product, the farmers own their product, people manufacture, right? So like,
I didn't write it.
Maybe. Wait, sorry, what?
I didn't write it. That wasn't my fucking job.
Yeah. So like I'm thinking my character goes there and either 3 things. They either see it as a good system that they would want to implement in Vasilius as a counter to Vasilius's, right?
He would kill you instantly.
Yeah, but like, you know, I wouldn't rush him.
Yeah, how
you will die.
How would you pull it
either
off?
way?
How would you pull it off? Let's hear it.
It's a secret operation.
Let's hear it.
No,
let's hear how you're gonna
avoid
do it.
all the eyes and ears.
You mean the fact that the area you control is like 25% of the Senate?
Yeah, I mean like.
I'll control the other 25% and push back.
You can't. Yeah, I would love to see you try
honestly
doing
think that that's gonna work?
To be fair, the alternative is letting a Sylvius have
good luck winning. Okay, you say that like that is like the only way you don't die. You say like is it the only way you don't die?
I'll get like
come up with a way.
I'll get Elpis
We're at a point.
Come up with a way to beat him,
and
he like will and I'll you know then get back to me on that.
Like, I don't see a way that we can beat him at our current power level
at
all.
Definitely not.
Because I mean, to be fair, I think
being
like
trained by Nixie, might I add?
Yeah, that's it. Nixie is currently at Vasilius. Yes.
Like you can't. Would you want to go to Vasilius? Fight
no,
Vasilius
this day in lore, I'm thinking of doing alchemy with
Nixie as an ally. You know, I think, joke aside from the Syntrex, I might actually try to do stuff with enchantments and forgery and forging shit.
Anyways, try to get started. Yeah, no, no one has a plan for lore sessions. You can say you have a plan, but we all know you don't have a plan. Like, let's be real. In comparison to literally all other lore sessions beforehand, you don't have a fucking plan. Like, this is just like
we're just going with the
it's
flow.
Really just recuperate from Rosaline's the trauma of Rosaline, and
how can you recuperate from that?
I don't know.
Like.
I'm just leaving the
air of lore feels different. Like the air, like the atmosphere during sessions has felt different ever since Rosaline. Like
I heard Dread and Rubbish just like did random stuff for an hour or 2.
Yeah, like you can't deny. Like even right now, I admit it. The, like feel of lore is feel very different currently. Like.
Yeah, there's 2 antagonists on board now.
No, Sylvius isn't an antagonist.
And one of them is above anything.
You just don't antagonize him. He won't be an antagonist. It's really that simple. Jamal's like complaining that like Jamal's king cobra whose home he broke into is attacking him. Like.
Yeah, exactly. But why? You know, just like let me
That's
let me
That's the
in.
equivalent here. Anyways, yeah. Okay, lore. You both wake up in your respective inns, stretching as you greet the morning sun of Salkyra. You returned home late last night after your traumatizing experience in the Humanoid Alliance. You both preparing for the Sunstar Festival in 7 days, not including 7 days, basically a week. You both stretch about 8 a.m. and you get up and ready for the day. Admittedly still a bit shooken by everything that had transpired yesterday.
Obviously, with Eliza, I go downstairs and feed me and them.
Oh my god, you feed your dog.
Crazy, I know.
I just eat it.
No.
Anyways, Elpis.
Okay. For me, I just go down. Yeah, I just go downstairs and
You go downstairs and you both
I
eat
usually
breakfast. It's around 8:15.
I decide to go to Kylian's inn this time and wait for him.
You head over to his inn and he takes a bit longer to get out because he's still also feeding Elijah. You don't enter the room and see him eating dinner.
Yo.
Hello there.
Oh my god. So how
I've
are you?
adopted that from Dread. Stolen it a
So
bit.
I'm still reeling from what happened the other day. I'm not gonna lie.
Don't really know how to process the information. I mean, well, can they even reach us here? I mean, Salkyra?
I wouldn't doubt it. I definitely wouldn't doubt it.
I mean, we were at least on the radar. I mean, the president is.
I mean, we were also about to be tracked too if it wasn't for Zarkon stepping in.
Yeah, we gotta know if we see any vampires. I think we as a whole, I mean, they obviously aren't too united in their organization. There's 6 monarchs, basically, that we have to watch out for. But, I mean, altogether, yeah, I mean, even then, we're gonna take one on. So...
The only thing we can do is get stronger. With that, we
I've
need
been thinking-
skills.
We do need skills, but I mean, I think we can maybe use, all I've been using so far is basic alchemy, things like that we're not too advanced to learn, and I'm thinking of leveling it up a bit, right? Maybe like honing the craft, right?
I think you have something you want to do. I still kind of have no idea what I need to do myself. I was thinking of forgery. Or, you know,
Forgery. I mean, they're in the
forging
same guild.
weapons. Yeah, they are. But what else can I do? Gotta be something else besides forging weapons, because I don't think that's gonna help us in that situation at all. I mean, it might. Obviously, if you guys break a weapon, I can just...
Self-Vanzasark? Mining away.
Let's see.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know enough about blacksmithing in this world exactly to tell you whether it's a good idea or not. You can always investigate. I mean, if I'm heading there anyway, you can just come, ask around, see if there's anything.
Alright, then let's go then. Are you ready?
Yep, I got everything. I grabbed like my
Grab all your stuff and
crafting.
put it in your pocket dimension that has just like barely been fixed after the Rosaline incident.
I should get a backpack.
That's gonna become like a meme in lore, the Rosaline incident.
We're just gonna remember that.
It was the nation the vampire. No, it was the day the vampire nation attacked.
Literally.
Okay, so I guess we go to the. Wait. Yeah, I guess we just go back to like where we did the canon lesson.
Yeah, you decide to head over. You head over to the. It was at the Mages Guild, like, so.
Yeah. So I guess we go to the Mages Guild.
Yeah. You decide to head over to the Mages Guild. You walk along the path, and eventually arrive at the Mages Guild. It's around 8:30.
Can we talk to the receptionist?
You go up to the receptionist. Yes. She has-
Hello.
Hello. How can I help you?
My good friend Elpis over here was wondering if he could learn more about blacksmithing. If there's anything to be learned about it, that's important. Um, he he wants to learn more about what blacksmithing really entails, like what what you can achieve with it,
She looks at
and
you
I guess like more of like
just as bluntly says, "Does this look like the Weapons Guild to you, sir?"
yes, that's fair. Wrong guild, Elpis.
I smack my hand on my face.
Face palm as you look at Kylian like you fucking idiot.
I guess you can check with the Weapons Guild for
I
whether
just
they
drag
have.
Kylian out of the Mages Guild and head towards the Weapons Guild.
You drag Kylian's ass
I also-
over to the.
Can I also apologize to the receptionist about
You
my
apologize to the
friend's
receptionist
dumb
for Kylian being a literate idiot.
I thought they were in the same place for some reason. I feel like they were.
No, they weren't.
They
'Cause
would never work.
I remember talking to people making
If
like.
you're thinking about like catalyst and like wands,
Like
then
accessories,
no.
technically. You arrive at the Weapons Guild. Lots of powerful, tall-looking people with forges and hammers and shit. You walk up to the receptionist.
You would like that. Anyways, hello. I would like to.
I'm sorry, Nixie's like
Oh,
taller
well.
than you. So I'm not gonna hear it.
I would like to learn how to forge my own weapon or blacksmithing. And I
Says,
want to know how I would go about doing that.
You can either take up an apprenticeship or take a class.
How much is an apprenticeship?
Depends on the person. Because if your skills are the real deal, a lot of people will just take you on for free. However, they expect great things from you if you do. Although, unfortunately, some people will charge you money. It really depends.
Maybe ask them about, what you can do with blacksmithing other than forging
I mean,
weapons.
I've never blacksmithed before. So I don't really know where. I would probably be really just a newbie. I don't think much people would try taking me on. I mean, maybe we can always just go act like you said. How much are the classes?
Oh, the classes run from 10 to 2 for 4 hours. And, they cost... Well, it depends on the class. There's the basic course, the advanced course, and the master course. You get slight PTSD from that.
The shuddering, the shuddering.
So, I'm guessing it's the same as the... Okay, yeah, I'm guessing it's the same as the other place then.
Just ask.
Oh, you
Basic
done
is
it
for
before.
beginners. Yeah.
Hi guys.
I mean, should we just jump straight into the master's class? Wouldn't that be fun? You're gonna expect me what to do. I'm gonna ask around first. Actually, no. Let's just do basic first. Let's do basic.
You ask to
But
sign up-
do you not want to know what you can do with the blacksmithing? Like, is your goal just to make weapons, or is it something past that?
Well, I was thinking about something. I wanted to see if I could, he points at his bracer, do enchantments like these, or like enchantments. Kind of like what I have on my bracer. But I kind of don't know how to, go about doing that. Probably the Mages Guild would actually know. Oh.
The receptionist just does not respond.
Yeah.
You're talking to Kylian, not her.
Yeah, I'm talking to you, so.
Okay. I don't really know much about blacksmithing to tell you whether you can enchant your stuff or not. But if you think it will help, then you should go ahead and do it. I mean, I'll do the alchemy class, but I mean, obviously in the lore session, Elpis will do his class first, and then. But
You also just join him. It wouldn't hurt to take both classes.
that's fair. Yeah.
Alright, how about this? We'll start with enchantment first, and then I can learn about how to make those how to make things like the bracers later.
Mhm.
Alright. I thank the receptionist, and I decide to go back to the Mages Guild.
You figure you return to the Mages Guild.
I speak to the receptionist saying, "Hey, sorry, me again. I was asking how I could get enchantments like these." I point to my bracer or on certain items.
She says, you want to learn how to enchanting. Well, it depends.
Mm-hmm.
You can either learn how to enchant, like, just pre-made art items, or you can learn how to forge and enchant. In which case, we require you to have proof of taking a blacksmith class, and then you can take the enchanting class. If you want to just learn how to enchant pre-made, like, standard items, then you can just take the class right away.
Is there a difference?
She says, yeah, one of them you make your own, the other you don't. Duh.
No, I mean, like, do they both teach the same thing?
One teaches you how to work with stuff you make, dumbass.
They both teach you the enchantment part. It's just whether you want to learn how to make it and then enchant it.
She says, yeah. So,
Alright.
did your IQ switch when you were out? She asks.
The speaker always has less IQ. That's a rule.
Okay. So what requirement what class requirement would I have to take if I'm doing a blacksmithing portion and the enchantment portion?
Says, well, I need to take the
I
need to take blacksmithing basic to do enchantment basic, and then blacksmithing advanced for etc. etc.
Alright then. Okay then, first is blacksmithing then. Might as well do that and then learn how to make my own shit.
Mm-hmm.
I've run back to the blacksmith, the weapons guild
between the guilds at like fucking 15 times today. It's like 9 at this point. You enter the weapons.
I decide to use my pocket dimension and pull up my gold pouch. Okay, I would like to have a blacksmithing basic class for about 3-4 days. 3 days maybe.
He says, well, the standard class is usually a week.
I'm not doing that.
We remember our time with Nixie.
Yeah.
Now the other. I mean, it wouldn't be a bad skill. Week. Alright then. Well, I mean, how long are you gonna be staying here for, Kylian?
Me?
Festival.
Yeah, no, probability, but I don't have an interest in this. I'm not gonna lie. I'll do it for a day or so, but.
All right then.
Is there really a need?
Speed run it. We'll speed
run it. Trying to do it in 2 to 3 days?
No, we're doing it in like 4 to 5. I know forging takes a while. God damn. What do you think I am, crazy?
The receptionist looks at you and says,
5
well,
days,
if
please.
If you can show enough results, you might be able to get out early, but I don't know how well you do. Usually the cockiest are always, the worst at it.
I guess that's a fair point. Alright then.
Is there an afternoon class for alchemy, or would there not be?
Yeah, you asked the weapons guild and the receptionist.
No!
You got the info? Kylian just runs to the mages guild, just asks. This he uses adapter to stop being stupid. He's like, I've done this too many
That's not how
times.
that works. You fly back to the Mages Guild and ask about it, and they say there is an afternoon alchemy class from 4 to 8.
Okay. So I'll just do that one. I go back and I'm like, you know, I'll learn. I'll go to the field. You do your blacksmithing class while I do that.
Uh-huh.
Alright then.
Oh, you do have enough
I
money for the
understand.
course, Elpis, right? I don't have to pay for you again.
How much is the course? Hold on.
She says, well, for 7 days, like, I don't know, 14 gold coins.
Oh, that's pretty cheap actually.
Nixie. I mean, okay, to be fair, that was like Nikki's present.
Yeah. How about I'm gonna try taking the class for 5 days for speed running. For speed.
You pay for 14
I mean,
days, but hope to finish in 5, I suppose.
Yeah. Let's do it. A week it is. Or 5 days. We can do.
Okay. Okay. She says the class will start in an hour. Kylian just kind of leaves to the
Yeah.
practice shit.
I go to the field. I mean, Elpis could technically join me or something if he
It's
wants.
only an hour.
You can watch me like fail at casting a super cell for an hour and then go in.
Anyways, yeah. So you head off to the field and Elpis, you have an hour to do something. I don't know.
Alright, meditate.
Meditate for an hour and raise your mana pool by 0.
By 0?
Yeah.
Oh.
Anyways, yeah. You eventually the class starts and people who signed up are asked to join them in another room.
I'm gonna use the
Here
best
we
one.
go.
You follow the others and know that you're like one of the smaller people there. Except for the dwarves, of course. But the dwarves, even the dwarves are more robust than you, you fucking noodle arms.
Oh my god, I'm a twink. No.
No, you're just sad. Cause twinks are hot. You're just depressing. Anyways, yeah, you enter the room.
You think right now would build muscle from Dixie's training.
Okay, she looks at you and says, you enter the course. As the receptionist leads you all inside, you enter a large foraging room, easily enough for you all to like stand around comfortably. And she tells you that the instructor will be there shortly.
That's when Nixie comes out the room.
Hearing you all the way from Althvinhaim, Nixie begins rapidly approaching your location. In 5 minutes, she bursts through the window and stabs you through the heart, ripping it out. You've now died.
Yeah, no way, no way.
Anyways, that's your out of there's your first out of canon death. Good job, Elpis.
Damn, god damn it.
Anyways, yeah. After a few minutes of waiting, a staunch-looking red-headed dwarf walks through one of the doors. He has a long red beard and has wearing goggles, probably to protect his eyes from ashes. You all like take a look at him as he walks up. He takes his glasses off and introduces himself as, we'll say his name is, let me think. He says his name is Jalgad. His name is Jalgad. He's a dwarf, and he's in charge of the basic class. He tells you all there are 10 forges. There are 20 forges. Actually, no, yeah, there are 10 forges. And he has all of you sit at one. He then stands in front of the class that welcomes you all to the basic blacksmithing class. He says that in this class you'll learn the basics about metals, how to heat them, how to process them, and how to forge them and weld them.
I see.
He said in the more advanced classes you'll learn greater details about it. This class is about figuring out if you even have the talent to put together a weapon to begin with.
Alright then.
He then says, well, we're working with the most common metal that all adventurers use, iron. He rolls out a large cart of iron ingots and tells everyone to come and grab 5. You comply. He explains to you that iron is the most basic of all the metals that they'll be working with, and is the essentially the most basic but reliable metal. He has his own forge up front and stands on it. Stands next to it. He says that the first thing they're going to teach them is about how to even process metal. He says that first thing for now they'll only be working with already processed ingots. However, in future classes, if you wish to take them, you will also learn how to process raw ore. He then tells you that so the first thing you need to learn is obviously how to heat metal. He says naturally first thing you do is put metal in a crucible or a kiln and heat it up in the forge. He points behind to you all. It's a medieval looking forge made out of, stone and fire. He says once the iron's got done to melt and is in molten form, all you need is put it in is weld it into a cast. The standard handle, of course, is wood. I've already provided you pre-made handles in sturdy wood. If you'd like to try to carve your own, you're welcome to, but I doubt any of you will succeed in doing so. It says that our first task today is for me to assess where your intuition is regarding blacksmithing. Your only job right now is to melt down this iron and cast it in one of the many molds already provided to you, and then spend a bit polishing it to see how it comes out.
Mm-hmm. All right then.
He says that once the mold is once you pour it into the mold and it's cooled a bit, you'll then take it out and put it on the anvil. Your then job is next to attempt to hammer it and get it nice and sharp.
All right then.
This is when refine come in handy.
It seems like simple steps.
Mm-hmm. You follow the steps of the man you follow the steps of Jalgad, and slowly attempt to achieve what he's asking of you. You take the iron ingots, put like 2 of them. You putting 2 of them into the crucible. You let them sit there to melt. How long? While you wait, you can decide what kind of weapon you want to make.
Alright. Let's say a standard sword.
You grab a mold for a sword and a handle already provided. After about 30 minutes of waiting, the iron is finally melted. Using your tongs, you take the crucible out and carefully pour the molten iron into the mold. A small part of you wonders if a certain fire lizard will be able to absorb this too. You pour the iron into the mold and wait for it to cool a bit. Once it's firmly attached to the sword and it's cooled enough for it not to, like, obviously just not even attach, you put it on the anvil and grab your hammer and attempt to strike it. Where do you strike it?
Alright. It would be logical to start from the bottom and hammer up for the top, right?
I don't know. Would it?
Would it?
I don't know. Your decision, not mine. You start hammering near the hilt, hitting on the iron, attempting to get that standard shape. You hear the sound of sparks flying as you hammer into the thing on the anvil. You're attempting to get that that pattern you see on a lot of swords. You continue to hammer from the bottom. This iron melts. The iron starts to cool down quickly, so you start to hammer faster. You hammer down from the bottom all the way up until you reach the tip. You attempt to hammer the tip and get it nice and sharp, and more importantly, try to get it even. You go for like another 30 minutes until hammering at the sword, trying to get it into a good shape until it's too cool to really change much. Gondo then orders everyone who's also roughly on the same step to cool it off in water. You dunk the sword in water as it begins to rapidly cool. Once the sword is cooled off, he then tells you all to take it to your grindstone and begin sharpening it. You walk over to the grindstone. You're much more
All right, I
attuned with.
start from the. Oh, go ahead.
You're
Yeah,
much more
I was
attuned
gonna
with
start
this,
from the
having
tip.
sharpened many knives in your past life, and you're kind of used to the motion. You press the blade of the knife, the blade of the sword up against the grindstone and start moving it using your foot using the pedal. You sparks fly in the opposite direction as you attempt to sharpen the sword as best you can. Eventually, you have an okay-looking sword. There's a few nicks in the sides, and it's a bit wobbly. It's not perfectly straight, but it's not terrible. You think to yourself, at least.
I knew I should have started from the top. Probably would have been better than going down from the bottom or the middle. All right then.
Well, it's been about an hour and a half, and Gondo asks you to bring all your swords up front. One by one, you present your swords to him, and you're sixth in line. He gives honest criticism regarding the swords and tells most people that they're okay. Some people managed to fail the forge completely and didn't have it. They barely had a sword. Regardless, he still managed to find something decent to say about it. Eventually, your turn comes up, and he asks to see your sword.
I show him my sword.
You show him the sword.
He's gonna Gordon fucking Ramsay me. He's going.
He looks at the sword, swings it around, and says, "Not bad. I think he might have added a bit, not enough metal. It's very heavy on the handle." He slices the sword along his hand, bleeding out, but then it almost instantly heals. He says sharpness is good too, good on flesh. However, there are still a few nicks, which likely tells him that you missed a few spots while hammering. He then looks at the overall shape isn't bad, but it could be straighter. Regardless, it's actually not terrible, he says. Probably the best one I've seen so far. He hands it back to you.
Oh, thank you.
Take the sword back and you all return to your stations. He then tells you all that blacksmithing is a delicate and careful process. You have a limited time frame to work with as whatever you're making it begins to melt. He explains that this is much more of an art than many people want to believe or realize, and he says that, as you can tell, even a small misstep can cause a catastrophic failure in whatever you're trying to make. He says that the point of blacksmithing is the fundamentals of blacksmithing is being able to make a good weapon. Then designing it, adding emblems to it, engraving it, or doing whatever you want to it is the step afterwards, he says. But the highest quality sword doesn't give a damn about any special gems you put on the hilt.
I see.
Yeah. He explains for another 30 minutes some tips and tricks to blacksmithing, and you kind of absorb them all. He then tells you that you're all going to try once more, but this time something more elaborate. He tells you now you're going to try...
Elaborate how?
He tells you that you're all going to attempt to make a basic accessory. He says, a bracelet. Just made out of pure iron. So the difficulty here, he says, making sure it's perfect, it looks perfectly even, and fits, you know. He says making sure it's perfectly even, and that it fits the, that's perfectly even, and can fit it hand reasonably, and still looks pretty, despite being made of just iron, he says.
Okay, then.
Yeah, he then tells you all to get back to work.
I think to myself, this is a lot. This is probably going to be very, very long process.
Mm-hmm. You spend the next hour, 30 minutes melting another ingot. Once it's done, you take a bracelet mold that was provided to you and carefully pour it into the mold. There are small lumps, but for the most part, you succeed in getting the general shape of a bracelet you look as okay. Once it begins to cool, you take it out with the tongs and begin hammering away at it. You have to hammer the.
Oh, can I try hammering out the impurities in it too? Unless it doesn't have those, or
What the fuck are you talking about?
yeah, my brain is not braining at the moment. Hold on.
No. I want you to recount to me the thought process of that question. We ain't moving on until you do.
Can
I don't know. You can hammer out impurities.
Can you fucking not? Fuck off. Okay.
We're not moving forward until you explain.
I think that's more of a how you make steel and like iron type thing than like the forming of a weapon.
Alpis, I want to hear your thought process behind that question.
There was no thought process behind it.
No, I don't care.
I just thought.
Tell me,
Now he's about to use the best.
You want me to make up an excuse?
No, I want to hear what you were honestly
Alright,
thinking when
fine.
you said that.
Usually, like iron usually, or like metal sometimes have impurities in them.
Yeah, like
usually
when you're
hammer out.
handed a pure ingot.
Okay, that's okay. Yeah.
How would you hammer it out, Elpis? Please explain that to me. How? How would you hammer it out? Explain it to me. I'd love to know.
If you just keep hammering, it eventually becomes a flat sheet of metal. And then, it's no longer your problem.
I want to know the logic behind that whole general thought, Elpis.
To be fair, I honestly just thought that I could do that.
How?
Hold on, I have something.
Explain to me how you hammer out impurities. Explain that to me.
Okay, that's fair.
No. Explain that to me.
I don't think I can.
You are, because you said it.
I don't know how to actually, that's fair. Yeah, I kind of don't know how to explain that.
Well, then how would you say it if you don't know what it is? Yeah, say it. Say it!
Okay.
Let's see how you're supposed to do it, huh, Elpis? Because clearly you thought of it. I want to hear the reasoning, the astute logic behind the thought of being able to hammer impurities out of molten iron.
I think I might have given.
I think you just say you were stupid and move on, Elpis. I don't know if you can win this.
That's not gonna suffice. I need an explanation here behind how he thought he was gonna do it. How'd you think it was gonna work? Can I help this? You think you were just gonna like hammer the iron and like the impurities are gonna fall out? Explain this one to me. If there's something I ain't getting, you better say it. How do you hammer out the impurities, fifth boy? How do you hammer them out? How do you do it? How do you do it?
Okay. So on technical,
how do you do it?
No, I don't think. Okay, you know what? Elpis defended.
How do you do it?
Okay.
How do you do it? How do you do it?
I would like to call my lawyer Kylian to the stand.
Yeah. Okay. So what he meant was one of the common impurities in steel is carbon dioxide or carbon, right? So what you're trying to do is get the air bubbles out of the iron by hitting it.
Your Honor, the defendant was working with iron, not steel.
Okay. Well, and that means I can't really. Okay. I rest my case.
You're a shit lawyer. You hired the worst lawyer.
Okay, no, you can, yeah, because the smelting of ore can create blooms, which are like a porous mixture of slag and metal, and when you heat it up, you can hammer the bloom to remove the impurity.
Is he working with
That's
bloom?
totally not what he was thinking, but it's a way to remove oxidation. Well, no, it's more of like. Wait. Okay. No. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No. That's. You know what? I think we just take this this L.
No, I want to
take
hear his
it now.
explanation here.
I know.
Until I get one, you're staying right here in lore. I'm sitting,
How do I
I'm sitting in
explain
bed
this?
right now. I could just go to sleep. You can, like, wake me up until you have an answer.
The fuck? Are you actually in bed?
Yeah, I have wireless headphones.
Oh damn. Damn. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not poor unlike you. Why do you think I don't pay you?
Fuck off. My God.
Don't you get money from paying your employees?
No, yeah, no. It's actually just the smelting of ore that creates the bloom. So it would technically make sense.
I'm not smelting ore. I'm melting ore.
Elpis, give me something, man.
I don't know.
You ain't smelting ore. You're melting ingots.
So it's already purified.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. That's what an ingot is.
Okay, Elvis, I don't know. Okay, well, you see, in Elvis's mind, he thought that like hitting it would make it more steel, okay, or more iron, right? It would add iron into the content.
That's not. He said to hammer out the impurities. Those are his exact words.
Maybe when you hit it, like all the impurities.
You understand that you need to
just
explain to me
fly
the
out.
mindset until we move on, right?
How do I explain that?
Because you thought it.
Look at those impurities fly. Those are totally all impurities and nothing else.
Wait, hold on. Oh wait, I think I know my thought process behind this shit.
Let's hear it, piss boy.
Okay, to be fair, I bet you your thought process was you just weren't thinking, but
No, it probably was, but I don't care. I want to hear it. Something who's reasoning behind the stellar explanation.
Yeah, I kind of was. Yeah, I kind of wasn't thinking. So I mean, like.
No, let's hear it anyways. Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
Stop eating your mic, goddamn!
okay, you know what? I'm like, I don't know what I'm hearing.
Connor,
but
stop.
I'm gonna recruit Jed into the ASMR league.
Let me explain this real quick.
Let's hear your explanation.
Let's hear it.
God damn, you left me!
Let's hear
You
it.
actually left me!
Let's hear it.
Wait. Hold on, I'm trying to find a video.
No, I need. Okay, I guess you're not doing lore then, because I'm not getting my explanation.
Goddamn, okay. Do you know like those videos when they have like hold on. Like when they usually like oh, what was it? Oh yeah, it was. Yeah, I was thinking about smelting the ore basically, and then like trying to
Ore is
using like a
aren't the
press.
same thing.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I was thinking of ore.
You're stupid.
Yeah, no. How could you tell?
I'm sorry. I hold the phone. I heard something about Elpis saying that iron could like have impurities and shit.
He was
what's up
learning
with
blacksmithing and attempting to make a bracelet out of iron, and asked if he could hammer out the impurities of like the molten iron.
that?
I thought it was the
I don't know what that
ore.
means.
I thought it was the ore.
I don't know what that means.
Hey guys, you see all these impurities in like the iron itself? Can I just like 100% perfect this?
Well, he said to hammer at it, which I think is the worst part.
Yeah, how do you hammer out impurities? Do you just keep beating at it until I don't think changing the shape affects
get
that,
it.
no?
Okay, I'm a dumbass.
It's because you're dumb and dumber.
Real.
I also heard about the fabled blacksmith, or not the blacksmith, the fabled wrong guild. Sorry guys, wrong address. I'm sorry guys. My friend sent me an incorrect text message. No, I won't.
Look,
be here.
I thought it was in the Mages Guild. That was incorrect.
What was in the Mages Guild?
The blacksmithing course. Of course, it makes total sense.
What?
I
What?
think the dumbness rubbed off on each other.
I see why it's dumb and dumber lore now. Why would blacksmithing be in the Mages?
No, okay. I thought it was from when I took the alchemy course, but I was mistaken.
What?
There we go.
I don't know. I remembered it there, so I was like, it doesn't make sense in my head, but I thought it was there. Okay, you know what? We gotta move on in lore.
Do
Elpis, you
we?
know, he apologized or
I'm not
whatever.
sure
I
if
don't
I'm
know.
satisfied with that explanation. Anyways, yeah, you continue to take a smaller hammer and hammer out the bracelet. You hammer out the sides of it to make it as straight and as circular as possible. And after about an hour total of work, you finish the necklace. Afterwards, everyone gets in lines and sign up for their critiques. You hear a plentiful different amount of critiques. I think that, but yeah, and yeah, you show him the necklace, and he's like, ooh. And he looks at it, and says, the main thing about this is your sense of geometry. And he says, and your circle is pretty okay. So I can make out some small little errors, but for the most part, it's very nice and circular. He hands it back to you. After going over everyone's bracelets, he concludes that he can now tell where everyone is at. He explains that it's now like 2:55. Well, 1:55, and yeah, it's not, and yeah. After he then gives like a few more minutes of lecture, explaining like the usefulness of blacksmithy and how it helps you make weapons for both yourself and others. He leads you, however, blacksmithy on its own isn't that strong, because isn't that strong, and it really comes down to the crafter to make it what it is. Yeah. So he continues to like go on about how the importance of making the most important part about blacksmithing is accuracy. He says it's always important to ensure that you're striking true, strong, and hard, and that so that way you can always ensure the best of product you can imagine. The master blacksmith explains that although yeah, blacksmith then says, so he says it's about the end of class, roughly, maybe like 10 minutes left. He says that he's been able to gauge all your skills today, and the next few classes will also focus on these kinds of projects. He gives you a few parting words telling you about blacksmithy and some other things it's about before finally dismissing you all. Yeah, you learn after learning the rough basics of blacksmithing and like the general process. You exit the guild. It's now 2. Meanwhile, Kylian has spent the past 4 hours learning what?
I have been spending the last 4 hours learning. What is the? Looking through the book, I try to learn the ice super spell for the weapon.
Oh yeah, because you bought the. I was about to say what, and then oh yeah, you bought the catalyst, right?
Yeah.
After a second there, I forgot about that. You want to even go through the weapons, or you just immediately want to learn the weapon?
What is it?
Like the spells. You don't even want to go through them. You just only want to learn the weapon.
All right, let's go through all the spells.
Yeah. Fractal Super, Greater Icicle Volley, Cryo Crasher, Sheer Cold, Call of Winter, Aurora Flares, and Frozen Maiden.
What do each one of them do?
Okay, well, Fractal Super, Fractal Super. The user creates a polearm made of pure frozen magical energy for them to wield. The polearm can be thrown at high speeds, and upon contact will return to the wielder. Objects or people hit with the polearm directly that don't have some form of magical resistance will be turned to ice. The polearm can also fire multiple tracking icicles from its tip that will chase until destroyed or until contact is made. It can also be spun to create a frozen shield. Ability, Glacial Overdrive. The polearm begins to glow a beautiful aura of blue light. During this period, the user's speed and agility with the polearm increase rapidly, and the icicles it shoots become much stronger. Instead of throwing the polearm, the user is able to throw an aura polearm that has the same effects. Furthermore, the shield becomes a lot stronger. Greater Icicle Volley. The user shoots 10 large icicles from their palm that pierces in the direction they aim in. Cryo Crasher. The user creates a magical 3-dimensional icy snowflake in the sky that they throw down like a meteor. Explodes in a volley of icicles upon impact. Sheer Cold. The user places their hand on the ground, creating 3 streaks of ice that ran across the ground towards the target. Upon contact, they will attempt to turn the target to ice incredibly quickly, with each streak attacking a different part of the target's body. Call of Winter. The user creates a massive cloud in the sky that begins to snow heavily, quickly turning all the land underneath into a snowy battlefield. Aurora flares. The user shoots three massive glowing radiating ice magic that strikes wherever the user is aiming. Can track target but dissipates if it doesn't connect within the duration. Frozen Maiden. The user creates dozens of icicles around the target that will all pierce them after the charging time. It is most effectively blocked by magic or by destroying the icicles.
Okay. I feel like I have to learn the weapon though, because it's just, pole arm. I have to.
Uh-huh.
So I guess I just try to summon a spear. This time, actually, I should also probably learn the greater version of that, because that could be helpful if something were to break my spears and
Yeah.
Elpis wasn't around.
Yeah, but you also can't learn both.
Yeah, I'll just learn the super one for now, because,
Yeah.
4 hours.
You learn the super... I mean, technically you can also replenish the catalyst, I suppose.
That's right.
You learn the super tier weapon Fractal. The massive icy Aurora polearm appears in your hand.
I gotta try this out.
You
Is
throw
Elpis? I'm kidding. No, this would probably kill Elpis.
You throw it at a dummy, it stabs it, and impales it, and turns it immediately shatters into icy parts, and then flies back into your hand. You then use it to shoot icicles that fly towards another target, destroying it. You then spin it in a circle and create a massive shield of ice. You can also try to use
Glacial Overdrive?
if you want. Yeah, it'll burn through all the mana though.
Okay. I can infuse it with mana. So, just to try it out, I try to see like this. I guess I try to use it.
You use
Maybe see like with speed.
You activate Glacial Overdrive and are able to move much faster and quicker. You spin the polearm at an unreal speed and shoot even more powerful icicles. You try throwing the Aura Spear just for practice.
I guess I'll just aim against another dummy.
Yeah, you throw an Aura Spear at a dummy and it has the same effects as the normal spear.
Okay, so and because wait. Okay, that makes sense. All right. So now I just meet with Elpis, right?
We still got an hour.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, I replenish enough mana. Let's just say, I put into it, 400 of my own. And I try to learn, the greater version of Fractal.
You pour in 400 of your mana into it and learn Fractal Greater as well. Similar, just not as powerful.
Now, wait, I have more time, right?
30 more minutes.
For the memes, what is another? Okay, what can I learn then for greater? This is the names.
Icicle Volley, Ice Lance, Wrath of Ice, Freeze Dry, Cryonic Strike.
What is Wrath of Ice?
The user surrounds themselves in an aura of ice cubes. These cubes will actively intercept spells launched at the user, but not physical attacks.
Okay, that sounds pretty helpful.
You also learn the greater spell Wrath of Ice. There's nothing really to test it on. You just kind of assume that it'll do what it's supposed to do.
You know what? Actually, yeah, no, because it doesn't stop physical. I can't really cast a spell on myself. Okay.
Now
Realizing. I go meet up with Elpis, hoping that he's finished his class.
Yeah. You fly on over to the Weapons Guild and meet with Elpis, who just exited the building.
Hello there.
Oh.
I'm
Hey,
gonna
Kylian.
guess that went well.
I went actually pretty well.
What did you make?
Oh wait, did I take the
Yeah, you're allowed
stuff
to
out
take
of
them
the?
with you.
Okay. Oh, I made this. I show him the sword, the poorly made sword.
Good job for our first attempt.
And then I made the ring, and then I made a bracelet.
Does it work?
God, why do I feel like I'm showing something to my showing what achievement to my dad? God damn.
The difference is, son, you don't have it. Okay. The will you learn enchantments? I guess in the next class, though, right?
I
Needs to
think that's more of
complete
a
the
main.
basic class. What?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying it in canon.
Oh yeah, but you need to
Well,
complete
for
the
a
basic
sec.
class, which is like 5-7 days. And then you can take.
Oh yeah.
Holy shit.
Okay.
Well, first I have to complete the basic course, which will take
Well,
like a week maybe.
I mean that's enough time until the Sunstart Festival. Maybe you'll get to show off to Athenos when he comes back.
Yeah. And then I'm thinking of taking the Advanced and Masters course afterwards.
You not sound more
I am
depressed saying that.
Well, I mean, I kind of have to.
Gotta have to. That makes sense. Me, on the other hand,
If I'm
you
going,
cannot catch
if I'm
me.
going to help.
Mhm.
I mean, if I'm going to help with the supposed vampire attack that's supposed to be coming very somewhat soon, I might as well have, something. Can't be.
It-
That's what Virgil did, right? I
Mhm.
couldn't even touch him. It felt useless. It's
Maybe,
not gonna keep
especially.
happening.
What weapons could we possibly? I mean, yeah, especially if we could find like some enchants against like vampires specifically or the undead, it could be very helpful.
Yeah, about that.
Mhm.
Yeah, you read her skills. I don't need to explain it to you out of canon.
Yeah.
Not,
Yeah.
out of canon.
But like
yeah.
in canon, I don't know that. And
Yeah.
Virgil, it would help against Virgil and stuff.
Well,
Because Virgil almost beat
Yeah.
us.
well.
Elpis. There are 2 hours until the alchemy course. Maybe we can go down to the library, research about vampires, maybe see if this Vampura sorry, I have it in my memories basically.
Regular
This
vampire roulette.
Regulae Vampura can be
Close
found
enough.
and
I even struggle to pronounce it, so I can't really harp on you for it.
Yeah, why not? But first, I'm gonna go kill someone for watching Frozen downstairs. Hold on.
Okay,
Ain't no
what?
way.
Yeah.
How old is he?
Old enough to think work doesn't cost energy.
That's fair. That was the most wildest thing I've ever heard in my life. Why are you so tired just because you went to work? I have never heard.
Yeah, about
Such
that.
wild shit in my life. Like, I've never heard someone saying, why does exerting something that requires stamina give you fatigue? Like, what?
I'm starting to think the reason why I
man
asked
just
that
turned
impurity
21?
question was because my brain wasn't braining. I'm so convinced. So convinced that impurity question was just me running on the fatigue that I did from work.
Okay. Well, shall we go to the library now, I guess?
Sure, why not?
You all decide you should head over to the library in the Pantheon of the Sun.
Okay.
Actually,
We go up to the librarians.
Yeah. Entering the Pantheon of the Sun with a path all too familiar to Kylian. You enter the Pantheon of the Sun, head right up the elevator into the library. Walk up to the librarians and they ask if they can help you.
Oh, excuse me.
do you have any?
They're gone.
Oh, you go first.
I mean, it's gonna be the same thing. Okay.
No, you go. Go ahead.
I'm sorry, excuse me. Do you know where we can learn more about vampires and perhaps like their race skills and their history?
She says, well, the race section should be 4th floor on the left, so just go up there.
Okay. Thank you so much. We go to the 4th floor to investigate. We put on Elpis, give us detective cloaks.
You head upstairs.
Give me a magnifying glass.
You go upstairs to the 4th floor and quickly find yourself the race section. You look for the book on vampires. You scroll
Yes,
for
we
a
do,
bit
sir.
and obviously quickly locate the one on vampires. You can read the whole book or maybe isolate. The races of vampires include lesser vampire, vampire, true vampire, vampire bats, vampire brides, vampire rats, vampire wolves, vampire lords, and the regulae vampire roulette. There's also information on general vampires.
Well,
Vampire
okay.
roulette.
Yeah.
Just kind of skip the general vampire description.
Well, I gotta go to the alchemy class in 2 hours, right? So like,
we got 2 hours. We can't read everything. We need to read what we know.
Okay,
Elpis could probably stay here reading actually, but I'd have.
Honestly, yeah, that's fair. That's true.
You just have to just
Dude,
go through
dude's
the
like,
general
we can't read all of this in like 2 hours, man. That's crazy.
They absolutely can, but I'll let them think.
Yeah, no, that's the
Can
worst
we?
part.
I'll let them think they can't. You decide to skip directly to the section on the regulae vampire roulette. You also know the vampire lord, which is what Virgil was. The regulae vampire roulette, the highest level of vampire can hope to reach. The regulae vampire roulette are the royalty of vampire society. Yes, actually, I'm gonna cut out that first part because that's not true. They're the most powerful of all the vampires, and the amount in the world can be counted on one hand. Actually, on 2. I'll say 2 hands. That was a long time ago. When I wrote this on 2 hands. Only one regulae vampire. Yeah. It's said that only one of the regulae vampire roulette are a non-true vampire. With the rest being original true vampires born in the Monster Age. These vampires have complete immunity to all the vampire weaknesses and have almost godly strength and magical capabilities. These beings are some of the closest beings without apex skills that are capable of taking on supreme entities. In fact, some people predict that all the regulae vampire roulette could easily take on the lower half of the supreme entities. Jumping over to skills. Yeah, jumping over to skills and abilities. Regulae vampire roulette, the pinnacle of strength for vampires. Only a small handful exist in the world, and most are original true vampires from the Monster Age. They have ungodly physical strength and can move and fly faster than the human eye. They can see in the dark, sense heat, and see through walls. They can turn to countless animals. Can use every single type of true elemental true elemental magic, as well as dark, light, and cosmic magic.
So they have ungodly physical strength, speed, they can see through walls, see heat, they have power to all the elements. What else?
The only thing limiting them from becoming pseudo-gods is their lack of desire for an apex skill, as they spend most of their time enjoying life rather than seeking out more power.
No, they're lazy.
Not necessarily.
Rosaline appears and kicks out.
Yeah, it's been like 20 minutes.
Okay, well then we might as well, let's start at the beginning.
Descriptions. The vampire are a special race of undead that are very different from their bony and rotten brethren. Vampires are undead beings that live off of the blood of living creatures that possess a multitude of abilities depending on the subrace. They have either pale white skin or pure black fur. The first vampires created by Cassiel are the only true vampires. Only they and their children can be true vampires. Anyone bitten by them can only reach the level of a vampire. However, anyone can become a vampire lord, or technically speaking, the rare regulae vampire roulette, who are stronger than all true vampires. Vampires all true vampire. Vampires have a very classist society with a survival of the fittest motto. Most vampires can be found serving a stronger vampire to ensure their own protection. All vampires have a natural weakness to the sun, decapitation, silver weapons, fire, and holy water.
Okay, wait, sorry. So, holy water, decapitation.
Actually, wait.
You know, I understand it's always been mythology, but I think the fact that mythologists and people who invented mythology who thought that like decapitation was a weakness has always been kind of funny to me.
You know, legitimately, I was so confused about that.
Like Medusa, for example. Like you kill her by decapitating her. Like no shit. Really? That's why.
Me personally,
for real, I have a weakness to decapitation.
Decapitation's a very common weakness. I don't know what you're talking about.
The only reason I gave it for vampires, I figured, I mean, hey, they're undead, so I guess it makes sense, you know, like.
I thought it was a Twilight reference. I'm not gonna lie.
No. Anyways, yeah. That's
okay. So it's this. So it's holy water, decapitation. I'm guessing silver, right?
Silver weapons, fire, and the sun.
Okay.
Would this also actually, dumbass question, but would this also apply to the vampire relay? Or no?
No, they are immune. It said that in the description.
Can you listen, please? Genuinely.
Okay.
Anyways.
What is the next tier of vampire?
Well, you can also do skills and abilities of all vampires.
Oh yeah, let's do skills and abilities.
All vampires are naturally more physically adept than the average human. They possess much greater physical strength, speed, and agility. It is because of this that the average vampire will always win against the average human. All vampires possess the race skill Blood Array, which allows them to convert the blood they drink into a powerful beam of blood that acts as both a physical and magical attack. It also covers the target in blood, which can be mildly annoying. However, most vampires also possess many natural weaknesses, including what you already read before.
Mm-hmm. Okay. What is the next section, if it's not 4 yet?
It's been like 40 minutes total. Lesser
Yeah.
vampire. The weakest humanoid level of vampire. When weak people are bitten by a vampire, they become lesser vampires. They gain pale skin, the weakness of the vampires, sharp fangs, and pointed ears. Their eyes also become paler, but other than that, there really isn't much change in the person themselves.
Do they not like need blood or anything, or do they?
It's kind of given based on the general
Okay, yeah.
description.
Okay. Okay.
Next tier is
Then
vampire. The tier above lesser vampire. The common vampire is either an evolved lesser vampire or a strong being bitten by a vampire. These vampires have pale white skin, the weakness of the vampire, sharp fangs, and pointed ears. They also tend to gain more powerful claws and the ability to become a bat and fly. They're able to command lesser vampires and give them orders.
can become a bat and fly, can command lesser vampires. What was the third ability?
That was it. They just like command lesser vampires and give them orders.
Mm-hmm. And they have stronger things.
Yeah.
Okay.
True vampire. The most naturally occurring vampires in existence. True vampires are also the rarest vampires, as they cannot be created by being bitten. Only the union of two true vampires can birth another true vampire. True vampires were the first and oldest vampires created by Kessiel. They possess enormous strength and lack the traditional vampire weaknesses. They tend to live in large mansions or abandoned houses.
And they're just like by default stronger because they're true vampires.
Mm-hmm.
And okay.
Next up, vampire bat. There are two types of vampire bats. The first are created when a bat bites a vampire and becomes a vampire bat. These bats become larger and have pure black fur. Their fangs become even larger and they gain some of the vampire weaknesses. The other kind of vampire bat is one that is summoned by a vampire. Only vampires or higher can summon these. And they take on a more shadowy form than of the natural vampire bat. These kinds are able to be commanded by the vampire that summoned them. It's been about an hour at this point.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so in the vampire bat, they just like have fangs, and what's their big difference? Sorry, other than being having the vampire's weaknesses and being able to be summoned.
They look more shadowy and can be commanded by the vampire that summons them.
Okay.
You know you can write notes while you listen, right?
It's easy. I'm writing. Okay.
Next up, vampire brides. A very special kind of vampire that is created when an unmarried woman is bitten by a vampire. Vampire brides take on the appearance of a bride without the veil, wearing a multitude of white silk across their body. Their hair turns black and long as their eyes become deep red. After the transformation, only the body type of the person remains the same. Vampire brides can be seen most commonly serving more powerful female vampires, but have also been known to act on their own, usually preying on male victims for their blood.
Is that
Jamal power.
Okay, there we
I'm
go.
here. I'm typing. I'm focused on typing.
Okay, I got it.
Next, vampire rats. There are two types of vampire rats. The first are created when a rat bites a vampire and becomes a vampire rat. These rats have become larger and have pure black fur. Their fangs become even larger and they gain some of the vampire weaknesses. The other kind of vampire rat is one that is summoned by a vampire. Only vampires or higher can summon these, and they take on the more shadowy form of the natural vampire bat. These kinds are able to be commanded by the vampire that summoned them. You get the paragraph exactly the same as the vampire rat and vampire bat, but the word bat is replaced with rat.
They're just the knockoff. They're just...
The next section is vampire wolves, and you know that it's the exact same paragraph, only with instead of rat, it's wolves.
You know the rest.
Yeah, more or less.
Okay.
Been about an hour
And
20. The final thing is
let's go.
the final one you haven't checked is a Vampire Lord, Virgil's rank. The true vampire level equivalent for normal vampires. Vampire lords possess the same commanding abilities and roughly the same status as true vampires. However, most true vampires are also vampire lords. Vampire lords are more of a status than a subrace. However, it takes a certain level of power and status for a normal vampire to evolve into a vampire lord. Once evolved, they are capable of commanding lesser-ranked vampires and often establish themselves a territory for them to rule over. They also gain more resistance against the vampire weaknesses, especially the sun. Despite their power, however, non-true vampire lords will rarely challenge the authority of true vampires, so they tend to be more powerful. About 30 minutes left. You can review some of the skills and abilities of certain races you haven't looked over yet.
What about our own?
Good question.
Huh?
You should probably look at that.
Fallen angels.
Oh, fair enough, I suppose. With a bit of time left, you finally decide that maybe it's a good idea to go over who the fuck you are. Angels. Actually, no, you're demons, right? Fuck.
Yeah, we are demons.
Blanked on that for a second. Anyway, skipping over the general demon description, you find fallen angels. Fallen angels are angels who've committed a sin against their faith. Most of them tried to rebel against their god and failed. Fallen angels have human-colored skin, black wings, a black halo, horns, and a tail. They will always have these features unless forcefully removed. You go to the nature. The nature of fallen angels is special compared to other demons as they were once holy beings. Most fallen angels have lived a lot of their lives as angels and therefore developed a virtuous constitution. However, it was their decision to go against their faith and that caused their fall. This usually results in a being that has a more morally good aligned compass that uses sinful ways to get what they desire. So, chaotic. So, like, chaotic.
It's like anti-hero, basically.
It's like chaotic good, one could say. Lastly, skills and abilities. Fallen angels are the most magically powerful of all the demons. They're able to wield both angel and demon magic, making them a terrifying opponent. They also possess a great amount of physical strength as well as the ability to fly. Furthermore, they possess the race skill Unholy Rebellion, giving them increased strength against angels that gives them resistance to angel magic.
Too bad we'll only be able to use that against each other. It's like one of those things where it's like,
I mean,
if
it's
only
still
man...
nice that we get a buff to our, like...
I mean, also, it
spells,
does make
so.
us, stronger against... Yeah.
Yeah. Makes it more effective to actually... Actually, now that I think about it, this is actually going to be pretty effective against Virgil and the rest of the other vampires. Not thinking about it.
Wait, we're stronger against angels, though. We're not stronger against,
Yeah, angels are not angels are not beings.
Yeah.
Angels is a race.
Angels are a race, yeah.
Okay. Well, how much time do we have left before 4? Is it basically just 4?
20 minutes, probably a little less.
Okay. I will go down to the, I'll go down to the Alchemy, or I guess like the Mages Guild to learn Alchemy. Elpis can try to learn a super spell, I guess, during that time if he wants, or he could do something else. What is your pick, Elpis? Unless he wants, he can't actually do it.
We'll wait until his fucking. Just wait until the. Anyways, yeah. So. Oh my god, why is he doing that? Anyways, yeah, you head over to the Mages Guild. You recall that you never actually fucking paid for the class, so yeah, because your dumbass forgot.
I shall.
You're lucky there's an open slot, you retard. You walk up to the person in the Mages Guild, and she asks how she can help you.
Sorry if this is a late booking, but can I still attend the I guess like it's the intermediate like alchemy class, right?
Yeah. Well, you took the first day of the basic course. There were kind
Yeah.
of like a lot of days. You just like.
Oh, okay. Well then, yeah, I'll continue it.
Yeah. Well, I mean. Yeah, you paid for like you said basically paid for the tutorial session. One could say.
Mhm.
So you decide to start the intermediate course for now. She says intermediate that will be just for the full 7-day course.
Sure.
Alright, that'll be 20 gold.
20 gold. Wait, so should I not be taking the intermediate though? Because like I haven't done basic, basically.
You have. I mean, if you want to redo the basics, you can.
I mean, no, yeah, because I basically already learned the basics, made my own alchemy table, looked
More
through
or
the book.
less, you've done a lot
Yeah.
on your own, so.
In that case, I'll just do the intermediate. Yeah, I'll pay the 20. You'll never guess how I got this money.
Yeah, you buy the 7. She says the class will be starting in a few minutes. You best hurry up.
I enter the class, hoping I'm not too late.
Yeah, you see like 10 minutes before it starts.
Mm-hmm.
You enter the class as everyone else is lining up. Well, I guess at least lining up. I just like getting situated.
Mm-hmm.
1 second.
I hope Canna lets us keep more of the potions, unless they're too dangerous.
Yeah, like a certain fucking someone. Yeah, you enter the room and sit down waiting for the lesson to begin. After the moment the clock hits 4, the door from the back room of the alchemy room opens and Kana walks out. She greets you all again, and welcomes you to the intermediate alchemy course. She says that at this point she assumes you know all the basics of alchemy, and she assumes you know all the basics of alchemy, and therefore they're going to be getting straight into potion making for now. And she thinks, and this class will be mainly focused around understanding combinations and making effective potions and consistent potions.
Mm-hmm. I brought the materials to class. I have all the ingredients. They're probably gonna provide them. It doesn't even matter.
Just call me over, man. I think I might have your materials in my pocket dimension.
I mean, it's yeah.
Probably.
I can't believe you repaired it.
It auto
I'm gonna guess
you dumb fuck.
I mean, it's made out of
man.
mana, so it makes sense. No, it's forever broken. It's just a reminder. He can't use that skill
Yeah,
anymore.
obviously.
Yeah, that makes sense totally.
Anyways, yeah. She says, "All right, so everyone get to your stations." You will, of course, comply. You pick out just a station and get situated. She says that the next 7 days for all of you are going to be focused on, basically potion crafting and making effective potions. At the end of the week, we will have, of course, a test in which you'll be expected to put together. I'll explain the test once it comes closer, but you need to pass that if you want to be able to take the Master Alchemy class. If you don't wish to do so, then just try to have some fun, she says. She says the test is, of course, optional if you don't want the stress of having to worry about that and just want to take the class.
Nah, you know what? I'm gonna get a 5 on this test.
You resolve to get a 5 out of 100.
Yes. True resolve. No, I mean 5 in like AP standards, but yes.
Anyway, yeah, well, this ain't AP now, fucking is it?
Nice AP Kana Alchemy. Trying to fail my $95 AP exam.
Yeah, she says, alright, so the first thing, she then comes out with a large, she says, alright, so first thing we're gonna do is discuss types of potions. In the beginner's course, you learned the basics of alchemy. You should have learned the basics of alchemy, the fundamentals, what it is, how elements are used, what are how to make potions, and the rules of alchemy, of course. Would anyone like to tell me one of the rules of alchemy?
I raise my hand.
She says yes.
I
You
assume one of the rules.
weird-looking detective guy.
I assume one of the rules of alchemy is that it costs mana to create any potion.
She says, not quite. Technically, you're right, but I'm looking more towards the guideline rules to alchemy. Not like the
I
principles
shut
of
myself up.
Law of equivalent exchange. Sorry.
She looks as 4 other people recite the 4 rules of alchemy. The first rule of alchemy, always understand what you're trying to create. The second rule of alchemy, always prepare your ingredients properly. The third rule of alchemy, always make sure your engraving is polished and well done. And the fourth rule of alchemy, never do alchemy with pure magic.
Wait, understand your materials that you're gonna use. Don't use pure magic. That one goes for Elpis as well.
You don't say.
The third one was what?
Looks like you didn't remember what the guy said.
Come on, man.
You have the book.
That's I flipped through the book trying to find the third one.
Pulling out the book that I guess you have on you. You took the third rule, the 4 rules of alchemy. Alchemy, you must always understand what you're trying to create. Always make sure your ingredients are properly prepared. Make sure your engraving is polished and well done. And never to mess with pure magic.
Okay. Yeah.
She says, alright, so next thing we're going to focus on, who can tell me, for today's class we're going to do some basic potions for the first few days, and then we're going to get into some advanced potions. Can anyone please tell me the 3 categories of, the 2 main categories of potions? The 2 main categories of potions. She points to you as like randomly calls on you to tell her.
The categories of potions?
She says the 2 main categories of potions.
Perhaps like a combat potion?
She says categories of potions.
Oh.
So you should probably probably make it plural, if anything.
Oh. Combat potions?
She says 2 main categories.
And maybe like medicinal or I guess like something that would insinuate do with like an effect.
She just stares at you blankly and then just kind of says, she just calls on someone else now, just completely ignoring your response. She calls on someone else and they quickly respond, yes, that's positive potions and negative potions. She says, that's correct. She says, you feel fucking stupid, but you know.
I gotta take the notes.
you had the book on you to like.
I have the book. I'm gonna have to go through the book.
How long ago was Canalor that you had to read it? Let me just check. How long ago was that? So Canalor was. Canalor was the 17th of Castier. It's been 14 fucking days. You had 2 weeks to read a single part of this book, and you just said nope.
You know what? After the session, I'll make sure that my character does that.
Says, all right. So as everyone knows, the 3 categories of positive potions include boost potions, healing potions, and strengthening potions, as we all know. And it says, and then of course the 3 categories of negative potions are damage potions, weakening potions, and blocking potions, as I assume you should all know, as you learned in the basic course.
Yes, we did.
She says, and even if you didn't take it, you should have read my book, which, you know, I instructed most people to do, even if they only took a few days.
Of course. Which I'll do, you know.
She says, you know,
I procrastinated on my reading.
You quite literally did.
Even in Althvinhaim.
Even at Althvinhaim, you procrastinated on your weekend.
Oh, by the way, I would just like to point out, just the only thing he
Bro
doesn't
procrastinated in
procrastinate
lore.
on.
This is wild.
Yeah, no, the only reading he doesn't procrastinate on is Herstory.
History, yeah. Hey, wait, Exercise, what the fuck happened to the bot?
We killed him?
Wait, what happened to him?
Oh, did he get... What the fuck?
What the fuck? Wait, hold on, let me check the audit logs.
Oh, did somebody disconnect him? Or...
Let me check.
Who the...
It just said he left.
What?
I'm
Hey,
gonna
me
test something.
personally-
Yeah, no.
Wait, no,
Wait.
I'm gonna disconnect you just to see if it says I disconnected you.
Okay.
Yeah,
it
no,
did.
It just
What?
says member left voice channel. So I don't know.
What?
Yeah, you see how it says just member?
Oh, the bot left, I think.
So
I think it just like
I
crashed for
think
a
it just
second there,
died.
I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
I mean, the robot just died.
I think it died at one of our stupid comments.
No, real.
Yeah, no, Neurobot likes AI just completely melted down just from hearing that, hey, I think the blacksmith is at the mage's field. And can I beat the impurities out of this iron with the hammer?
Yeah. Anyways, yeah. You decide to,
We decide to, I guess, like, well, they list off the rules and the categories, so, like, is there anything else?
Anyways, yeah. She says, alright, so, first thing we're gonna do is I want to see your best potion, she says. Your best basic potions. I want to see where you guys are at, and we can go from there. So just anyone from the basic category, go ahead and make one for me.
Okay. So, should I use my own materials?
Yeah, she puts on your desk, like, 10 of each flower.
Okay. Realizing the only potion I've made great is the Craze potion. So actually, no, I can't use that because that's Soulborn Renegade. In that case, what about a potion I've already made before? I'll try to make, let's say, a healing potion.
You decide to make a healing potion. Putting together the 2 earth flowers and the 2 water flowers provided, you start to pretty well crush it up. You mix it together quite well and put it on your stand. Pouring mana into it, you succeed in creating a greater healing potion.
I had to be fair, that's like the one part of alchemy I did use, which is making this stuff.
Yeah. You managed to create the greater potion, however, you don't think... Yeah.
I don't think that'll impress.
You have the greater healing potion. The others complete their spells too and walk up. She examines all the spells and all of them are fair. No one makes a weak potion. A few people along with you make a greater potion. She says, greater healing potion. Okay, basic but a staple, she admits. She says, being able to consistently make greater healing and mana potions is always a good thing. She says, although greater mana potions being harder to create. She says, maybe next time you could try a recovery potion. She doesn't specify what that is, as she kind of assumes you know.
Yes. I'll write down that I need to learn what that is.
You then take all the potions. She says, "All right, so it's good to know that none of you can guarantee at least a fair potion. It's always important. Good to know we're not on the level of weak anymore." She says, "All right, so next thing we're going to do is really understand, is try to work on some more basic potions," she says. She says every potion is unique in how it's made, obviously has a different recipe, and so making one differently is going to be different. She says, I'm sure you don't have every potion memorized, she assumes. She says, I know most of you probably have a good amount. She says, she pulls out a wheel. She says, she pulls a wheel with the list of basic potions on them. From a quick glance, you can read the wheel, and it says speed potion, agility potion, jump potion, vision potion, smelling potion, hearing potion, sensitivity potion, mana potion, fatigue potion, health potion, calming potion, recovery potion, warrior's potion, archer's potion, tank's potion, mage's potion, thief's potion, flame potion, thunder potion, explosive potion, chaos potion, restricting potion, weakening potion, slowness potion, drowsy potion, anti-health potion, anti-mana potion, mute potion, deaf potion, and blind potion. All the basic potions are listed on a list. And she says that everyone's going to spin a wheel and make the potion provided. She says that if you already know how to make the potion, you have to spin again. She says, I will be keeping an eye on you, and if it looks like you know exactly what you're doing, you will face a penalty for it. Everyone goes at the turn spinning the wheel. Some spin more than once. Most people spin more than once. You decide to spin the wheel. You spin the wheel, and the wheel spins, and you're tasked with creating a thunder potion.
A thunder potion. Am I allowed to look it up, or?
I mean, if you think you can look through the book without her catching you, I suppose. The point of the task is to attempt to make it by yourself.
Okay. What's it called?
Thunder potion.
Okay, I think I could learn how to do it. I go to my stand.
She says,
you
all have 3 attempts. She says, if you need more flowers, just let me know.
I use 4 of the electric flowers trying to make it.
You mean lightning flowers?
Yeah, sorry, lightning.
You put the lightning flowers together and attempt to make a thunder potion. You put 4 lightning flowers together, and crushing them up, you put them on the vial and activate it. Nothing happens.
No potion is created by 4.
No.
Okay. I then try, realizing this is another combination for, I put 3 lightning, 1 water, see if that works.
You try
Actually, is that?
You try putting 3 lightning and 1 water, and it doesn't work. On your 3rd attempt, Kana tells you that a hint is that all negative potions require at least 1 dark flower.
1 dark flower? I didn't know those existed. I'm not gonna lie.
There's a flower for every element. Dumb fuck.
I don't have any of those in my normal. Okay. Yeah. So in that case,
she provides flowers to you. You haven't been taking off your own ones.
Yeah. No. Okay. In that case, do 3 lightnings and 1 dark flower.
You put 3 lightning flowers and 1 dark flower together on the thing, and do in fact manage to create a fair thunder potion. Kata congratulates you on succeeding, and of the 11 other people there, not including you, only 5 including you managed to make the desired potion.
Can I have a description for the potion, if possible?
You can ask her about it.
Yeah, ask him. What is the description? Or like, what does this potion exactly do?
She says, "Oh, you throw it at someone, it stuns them temporarily." She says, "Here, I'll show you." She picks it up and throws it at you. You get stunned for maybe a second or 2. It feels like a shock running through your body. See?
It's called Thunder Potion, right?
Yes. She says, "See?"
Okay, well now I don't have it, but you know it's cool.
It says, "Hey, they're my flowers."
That's fair. In that case, I return to my seat.
You return to your thing, yeah. Like it's not your flowers, to be fair.
While this is happening, can I like look into my book about other potions?
I mean, you all finish at roughly the same time, but I suppose you have...
Okay, good, yeah.
Yeah.
Then I will continue the class.
It's been about an hour. It's been about an hour and a half, and alright, great. So yeah, see, as you can see, the potions all generally, the ingredients of potions generally relate to their, the name of the potion generally relates to you know, the elements they use. And I'm sure all of you know what each of the flowers, each element corresponds to in terms of potion making, she says. Because as many of you know, many of you have probably noticed many of the negative potions are simply the recipes for the opposite positive potion with dark flower. For example, the slowness potion is just 3 air flowers and a dark flower, compared to the speed potion, which is just 3 air flowers and a nice flower, she says. Sorry, 4 air flowers. The speed potion says, 4 air flowers, but the slowness potion is 3 air flowers and a dark flower. This is the case with a lot of negative potions, and generally speaking, if you can't figure out the recipe, you can probably just guess if you have the positive variant.
Give me a second.
No. Alright guys, now Jamal's gone, everyone should call him gay.
Oh, wait, I got this, hold on, I'm a professional.
My brother found a coin from 1937 for some reason.
What?
No.
We're...
Anyways, yeah. There's art, she says, yep, so... that's an important rule of potion. Dark flowers tend to, like, almost reverse the effects, one could say. He says, so now we're going to, just with that out of the way, we're going to try to, I'm going to have you all try to make a few more basic potions. She says, get some practice in. She says, feel free to pick any 3 potions from, she pulls out, like, she hands everyone a book. You already have one, so she doesn't bother to give you one, but she hands everyone a copy of her basic guide. A few other people also brought their guides with them, because, you know, they own it. She says, feel free to make, I'll give you guys all an hour to make 3, I'll give you guys, like, it's been an hour 30. I'll give you guys, another hour to, make any 3 potions. She says 3 to 5, she says. Any ones you want.
Okay. I'd look into the book. She mentioned a recovery potion. I do want to try that out.
You read the recovery. You read about the recovery potion. The grades. They're the weak, fair, greater, and superior. The weak variant heals 5% healing effect and a 50 mana restoration. The fair potion has a 15% healing effect and a 250 mana restoration. The greater variant has a 30% healing effect and a 2,000% mana recovery. 2,000 mana recovery. The superior variant has a 99% healing effect and 5,000 mana recovery. The cost you note is 1 of every elemental flower and 2 extra earth and water flowers, which you note immediately realizes the combined cost of a mana potion and a health potion.
Okay. So it's 3 earth, 3 water, and 1 of the others?
Yes.
Okay. That's actually, I mean, that makes sense though. Like, and 3 earth, 3 water, 1
Fire,
like,
air. 1 fire, air, lightning, and ice.
Okay. And wait, sorry. So it can give mana in 50, 25, 2,000, 5,000, and the percentages were, like
50, 250, 2,000, 5,000, 5, 15, 30, 99.
You know what? That's fine. I'll write it down there. Okay. So I guess I try to make a potion. Experimenting.
You combine the ingredients together, and after a bit of attempts, you manage to make a fair recovery potion that restores 250 mana and has a 15% healing effect.
Fair potion. Okay. Then for my other potions, I flip through the book, seeing what potion. Name one I haven't learned yet, I guess.
You go through the list of potions. Speed potion, agility well, there's actually, you can go by category. There's boost potions, healing potions, strengthening potions for positive. The negative potions include damage potions, weakening potions, and blocking potions.
I'll learn a weakening potion.
You decide to go through the weakening potions. The weakening potions include the drowsy potion, the slowness potion, a weakening potion, and a restricting potion.
Let's do restricting.
Restricting potion, you note from the book, reduces your opponent's agility. The recipe is 3 water flowers and 1 dark flower. At weak, 5%, fair, 10%, greater, 20%, and at superior, 50% reduced agility.
This is agility. It's 1 dark. What was the other
3
flower?
water.
3 water. It's as 20%, 30% for the like greater and super. What is the
5,
fair and weak?
5, 10, 5, 10, 20, 50. 5, 0.
Okay. Okay. I try to make that.
Spend a bit and manage
With
to
all-
make a fair restricting potion that when thrown at an opponent will give them 10% reduced agility.
In that case, let me try to learn a. You know what? Let's do. Why? Okay, I gotta. You know, I should probably make my own document for Alchemy, right? I feel
Not a
like
terrible
this
idea.
is gonna. I shall do that now. I feel like it's gonna become unorganized if I don't,
Possibly.
because. Me character. Kylian lore. Because Kylian lore is just so important, right?
No.
I'll be
I
honest,
could do
even,
without it.
I'll be honest, even when like we all fell asleep during Athenos lore was still more interesting.
That's fair.
We literally fell asleep.
Yeah, no, like literally, like we were falling asleep and there was still more of an adrenaline rush than with Kylian lore.
Bro hit the me.
Real. Bro, hit
Yeah,
the
no, that was Connor. Yeah,
Bro,
he
hit
was
the
just like me.
Bro, I really hit him with the me.
The true ending move.
Honestly.
He hit him with the. That's how we actually defeat Rosaline. Actually, if you really think about it.
You just,
Okay.
it's just fucking rubbish and sound effects.
We use the soundboard. Okay.
Record the sound of Elpis. Also, yeah, no, the reason why I fell asleep is because before I got home that day, I had 5 hours of violin rehearsal, so... Straight.
Oh, okay, that does make sense. So I was right. You sounded like
I
tired
had
as
5
hell,
straight
man.
hours of violin rehearsal, yes.
Jesus Christ.
So, yeah, that's why I was fucking exhausted that day.
Yeah, no,
Sounds
like there was no way like you would have said, hey, you're gonna be at the library and you're not gonna look up on vampires if you were awake. You would have not let that shit
Yeah, no,
fly.
I
None of us
definitely
would
wouldn't
have.
have, no. Anyways, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
In that case, let me try to make let's say in this case a blocking potion.
Blocking potion includes blind potion, deaf potion, mute potion, anti-mana potion, anti-health potion.
Let's do anti-mana potion.
Yeah. Anti-mana potion. Anti-mana potion includes anti-mana potion includes one of every elemental flower and a dark flower. The potion elaborates saying that it could, at weak 5%, then 15%, 50%, then 100% reduced mana regeneration. It explains to you that when it says mana regeneration, not only does it mean passive mana regeneration, but it also means mana absorption, mana potions as well. And it says, for example, if you were to inflict someone with a superior mana potion, even with skills or with either with skills or with potions, they can't regenerate mana.
That's actually pretty good. In that case, is there any potion that could like counter that? Is there like a cleansing potion?
Not in the basic potions now.
Okay.
Actually, yeah, there is a milk bucket.
Milk bucket. Okay, in that case, I try to make it.
You put together all the required potions and make and go ahead and make a make an anti-mana potion, a fair anti-mana potion. Throwing this at someone will reduce their mana regeneration by 15%. With the 3 potions done, Kina comes over to look at all of yours. She looks at yours and says that they look good, and although not impressed, she's good to see that you are actually making progress. It's been about 3 hours now, and you pocket the potions. She then tells you that she's going to demonstrate. She said the next thing you're going to do is work to practice your ingredient refinement skills. She says that she's going to have you all. She says she wants you to practice grinding up your ingredients, and she's going to examine them for their quality. She says everyone's going to grind up one of any true element flour they want and submit it. She says she wants you to do it to have, like, at the end she wants you to have 10 bowls of at least one true element flour ground up, and she's going to come by and look at all of them and see, you know, how they look in terms of quality.
In that case, it doesn't really. I mean, there's no difference between rich and flour. It's just the grind up, right?
Not at all.
For the curiosity, I tried cosmic. You know, how does it look?
She doesn't give you any cosmic flowers.
Okay. Well then, I try it. Let's do a light flour.
Yeah, you take a light flour and start grinding it up. It looks about how you'd expect it to look. It turns into basically this crystalline, bright powder, well, I guess paste.
Cocaine. Okay.
You can try. You are welcome to.
I'm curious why Kylian's sniffing the making flour.
You are welcome to attempt to snort the light flour.
Does it make, you know, instead of making me high, does it make me light?
Kylian, we need to cook. Kylian, we need to cook.
Yeah, we need to cook.
Kylian, we need to cook.
Kylian, we need to cook. Kylian, we need to cook, Kylian.
Do you
I
want to
submit the
snort
cook.
it?
No, I'm just imagining a version of Breaking Bad where fucking Rosaline is good.
You know what I do?
Okay, so you snort it. Okay, giving into your urges, you end up taking a small amount of
Curiosity,
flour,
you know.
putting it on your finger. When Kina's looking away, you snort that shit. Immediately, your entire vision, it feels like you just got flashbanged, and you're completely bright, like you're staring into the sun itself. You feel like you're a candle, a sentient candle, as the light beams through your eye sockets. This lasts for about 20 seconds until you regain consciousness.
I gotta do it again. I'm kidding.
You do it again, taking more of the light powder and snorting it once more. The same effect
this
happens.
is how an addiction happens.
What is our alchemist doing? The alchemist?
Dude, you're the type of person. You're like, man, what the hell happened with our product? This is what the scientists been doing. Meanwhile, jump cut to the scientist snorting the flowers.
Holy shit.
Okay.
Actually,
No, I don't do it a third
Althvinhaim,
time. You know, I
guys.
submit it.
Fucking breaking Althvinhaim.
Although your addiction you have now developed, wants you to do it a third time, you manage to resist the urge for now. You think that you likely won't be able to grind up light flowers anymore without snorting it? Congratulations, you're now slightly addicted to light flowers.
This is a character trait. I gotta
make it a
overcome
skill.
this.
Make it a skill.
Oh, you're right. You obtain. You hear a voice in your head that says,
No.
"Notice requirements have been met. The user now has received the skill. The skill addicted. The user is now more prone to succumbing to addiction. Congratulations." I'm being so dead ass about this.
Okay. I guess after I've submitted, I just sit back down, right?
Like how you're actually okay with this.
No, I'm not. Actually, you know what? No, we're not doing this because no. Actually, this is how this is how Kylian. Sorry, this is how like Sylvius and Naz stop them. They're like, oh wait, we can just give them stuff, sugar.
Yeah, well, I guess you're already addicted, so I guess too late, I suppose. You already got this.
He's like, you just get like a bunch of light flowers.
Yeah, no. Thanks for like giving Sylvius a way to counter you completely. This is canon,
Okay,
by
no.
the way. I hope you know that.
Okay, it's a really, it's
I'm
a
just gonna
really
pretend it's not.
I'm being
off
so
the
dead
grid
ass right now.
weakness.
This is legitimately a canon.
Okay, now I do want to say this though, like it's a really like off the grid weakness. Like fucking, how are you gonna figure this one out? Like it's just so out of there. Like unless you have mind reading skills, and he's just like thinking, man, I don't want to
Sylvius
get
does though.
No, but like he's gonna have to think, damn, I really want to resist the urge to snort this light flower out. How is that gonna happen? Tell you like
I'll give him the
storyline.
skill anyways. Yeah.
No, like seriously, this is the worst weakness.
We can also just mind control him and tell him what it is.
That's true. I matched with Sylvius.
Congratulations, Jamal. You got the skill addict. Nice job.
I thought it was addicted.
I changed it. Sounds better as addict.
Okay. Yeah, you got addict and not the music video.
Congratulations.
Ooh, the
Jamal.
light.
You did it. You did it, Jamal. You gained an addiction.
We did it. We're going places.
Congratulations.
Okay. Kylian getting a new taste for light flowers.
Yeah,
Realizes he must fight this.
Yeah, this is now canon. Congratulations.
This is now a problem he has to overcome.
Yeah, no, it is. I mean, considering your refusal to learn Earth magic and only learn light magic, I suppose it does add up.
I should probably learn the Vanguard super spell as
probably
well.
learn any Earth spell.
That's fair.
Like you saw.
To be fair, Earth is like the thing we have the most overlap in our team. Because like both Dread, Rubbish, and me have Earth.
Yeah, but Dread hasn't learned shit from Earth.
That's fair. Neither has Rubbish.
I haven't
really.
learned anything from light.
I've learned fucking geomancy and that's it.
Yeah.
I've learned nothing from light.
Not Kana. Nixie uses literal meteor falls. Jamal, I don't want to learn that.
Yeah, I don't need that. Okay.
No point in learning that. Let's learn something.
I sit back to my seat, realizing I now have to overcome something in the next few. This is gonna be the thing in like Kylian episode like 10 and 11 in the class. I'm just gonna have to sit there and be like, I have to master this. Sit perfectly still. Tranquility, no more.
Anyways, yeah, you end up crafting the potion. After you end up doing the 10 things, individual things, and Kana comes over to look at your work. She says that 4 of them are fine, they're greater quality. However, she says, I think overall you might be grinding too hard. She says, don't push the mortar, don't push the mortar, the pestle, and so much into the mortar. She says, because if you grind too hard, you end up pushing mana into the rock itself, and that causes some to leak out. You have to make sure to not ever push too hard, so you're grinding it, but you're not crushing the mana out of the flower itself. You now become slightly more adept at grinding up mana flowers.
Hopefully helping me with like a mana potion, yeah. I'm gonna guess.
Not with addiction though.
Yeah, that's like you know what'd be funny if like there was an entire arc with this, and like it was also I could get like the skill recovered, which is character is now more like immune towards addiction or something. But it's gonna take like 5-6 episodes and like constant like money wasted on like light flowers.
Jamal's burning through all his platinum coins. Jamal's burning through all his platinum coins, and he asks Dread to pay something for him, and Dread's like, "What has been going on with you?" He goes to his house and just sees like a fucking like a greenery, but it's just all light flowers. And Dread's just like, Kylian, what the fuck is that? Kylian like
He's
breaks
like, this
down.
is an intervention.
Kylian breaks down crying like, I have a problem.
Welcome back to Breaking Althvinhaim, ladies and gentlemen. I mean,
It'd be so funny that you have
If
dread.
that happens canonically, I'm Kylian is just. If this is
Wait,
Kylian's
wait, I
character
just have a
development, I swear.
Make it still be a solve. Make it still be a solve.
You can still be a soul. You can still be a soul. So good.
Okay. Well, I listened to Kane. Like,
You acknowledge Kana's advice as you continue to work and the class eventually comes to an end. You feel like she waves you all goodbye and wishes you all to see you tomorrow. You think you've become better at you have become better at alchemy, slightly better at alchemy.
as I leave, I flip through the pages. Actually, no. I mean, is there anything I need to know from the the basics of alchemy book that I should probably read?
I don't know. Open the book.
Okay. I wait in the lobby if Elpis wants to visit. I start
Yeah.
reading from the
You
book.
start reading about. Meanwhile, Elpis decides to also learn a super tier spell.
Alright. Let's do something angelic. Actually,
Do the air super weapon.
yeah, I need I want to use Ariane Super.
You decide with your mana pool high enough, you can confidently learn Ariane Super. Ariane Super. The user creates 2 twin blades made of the essence of the sky. They weigh nothing, and when wielding it, allows the user's body to move 3 times as fast. They can be thrown at incredible speeds, and upon contact will return to the wielder. Burst shots of air magic can be fired from the blades when they're pointed at a target. Ability, Grace of the Skies. The user is able to propel off of anything, including the air itself, at rapid speeds. Their agility is boosted heavily, and if the user can fly, their flight speed is greatly increased as well. It can only be used 3 times within the duration of the spell.
Alright, then let's
So
try
you
it
can
out.
essentially omni jump off of like the air itself. So like if you fly towards an enemy and they dodge, you can just bounce off the air that you're flying in and completely reverse on them and hit them again.
Bro's making walls in the air.
No, that's quite literally what happens. Okay, you learn the super tier spell, the super Ariane form. Casting it, you wield it. You easily cut through a bunch of dummies shooting wind shots to cut them up. You also go ahead and activate Grace of the Skies and feel yourself moving at incredible speeds. You fly incredibly fast, able to move around the trading field in a few seconds, maybe half a minute. And you tried jumping. You can basically bounce off the air and like rapidly bounce around the sky like a whirlwind of attacks.
Oh, damn.
The spell ends, and you figure out that Kylian's probably done by now.
Alright then.
As Elpis returns back, you scroll through the basics again. The categories of which: what is alchemy, how are elements used, what are potions, and the rules of alchemy.
I start with the start. I guess like what is alchemy?
You try to start reading, however, Elpis enters the Mages Guild as you begin to read.
Yo, what you reading there?
I'm reading the basics of alchemy. I'm realizing I'm a little behind in my reading in the class. And
Just
I
like
hope
in
that
real
if
life.
I'm hoping I can get it out of the way so I don't have to read anymore.
I see. Alright then. I'll just wait for you then. Till you get done.
I mean, you should probably go out and learn more spells. I'm not even gonna lie. It'd probably be a better use of your time.
Alright then. Let's see. I open up my.
Not
Let's
in the
learn.
mages.
Yeah, kind of made it. I walk outside while reading reading the books.
I'd like to note that it's currently 8 p.m.
Damn.
It's like
He's not gonna get arrested for it, probably.
basically nighttime, and you're all like haven't eaten all day.
Okay, that's fair.
You know what? I shall eat. We'll learn it tomorrow. Procrastinating at its finest.
Yeah, we're just gonna do that. I have lessons tomorrow.
Yeah,
Yo.
and during the lesson I'll read it, so I'll be fine.
You both head home and pay for a dinner for
2 and a dog.
7 silver for both.
Okay. I enter my pocketbooks, realizing that I can afford such a thing.
I'd be surprised if you couldn't.
Yeah, it'd be
Our
kind of
pages.
concerning.
No, I made a goals section of the memory. What he wants to do? He wants to defeat the vampire lord, spend time with Eliza,
And
learn earth spells,
and snort
acquire
light flowers.
Yeah, I gotta add that now. Break his addiction to life flowers.
Have fun
You
with
did, you
that.
did this to yourself, I hope you know.
It was for the memes. I regret nothing.
He says until the Soviets uses it against him.
You know, it'll be a tough battle, but I'll overcome.
You probably won't. Just thought.
Nah, I'm gonna call Jed up
I
and be
also
like,
love how
man, I have a problem.
Yeah, note how like every time you need to solve a gigantic issue, you call up Athenos. Like, hey man, what's up?
Better call Athenos.
I'm not.
Yeah, better
Okay, to
call
be
Athenos
fair,
at
that
this
should be
point.
offensive to
Fine.
Elpis because Elpis is
Like-
here and can help me, and I'm calling
Yeah, no,
Athenos.
like you're calling me all the way across the world.
I'll just
because
tell Elpis that like I have a problem, and then Elpis will help, right? Right, right, Elpis?
What, do you want me to cast a blessing on you? Remove the curse of addiction?
I don't think that's how that
I
works.
mean,
Well, I don't think it's how it works, yeah.
He's gonna do the curse starvation, but starvation for mana flowers specifically. Okay.
stop this.
I'm guessing that we finish our dinner.
Yeah. It's around
Is
8.
Markov there?
Well, let me check what day it is. I need to do that right.
Meanwhile, Markov is having his adventures in like being, I don't know, like an adventurer, taking on quests.
Okay. Yeah, Marikoth comes home. He waves to you and kind of asks where you've been. He says he hasn't really seen you around much.
Oh, how I've missed you, Markov.
Wow, you are down bad. Jesus Christ.
Okay, that's not what I meant. We
That
met.
was so gay.
That is not.
That was,
Yeah, okay,
I
I'm not gonna. I can't defend that. That was kind of gay. I'm not.
that
gonna
was
lie.
so gay. that was really.
I'm sorry,
was
Jamal, but I
really-
can't.
that was
That
really-
was a weird way of
really
phrasing
gay.
it. Yeah.
That was that was like
Not even-
Victorian, like writing to your quote unquote best friend.
Yeah.
Like that's like some shit you hear on Sappho and her friend. Kind of
Yeah.
like holy shit, that was the gayest way you could have gone about saying that.
Okay.
I have it on
I meant
recording
like
too. That's going in the clips. That's going in the clips
meant
right
in,
there.
like,
At the end of the season, we're gonna
desperation.
put like a compilation of all the funny moments. That is definitely one of them.
skill acquired.
So
Okay.
much.
Oh.
I would like to fuck you.
Oh, Marikoth, it's been so long since we've last seen each other. Oh my god. Bro really is gay for the man. Jesus Christ. I ship
I
it. I
meant-
ship it.
I meant.
Hold on, hold
I
on,
meant
hold
I
on.
ship it.
Hold on, there we go. There we go. There we go.
I gotta ping Burb with this shit.
No.
Gonna
So
ping Burb with this shit.
meeting Markov, I described to him the tales. I regaled to him how
Regale
we've-
to him.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, he's
how
definitely
we-
gay for
in your summary,
Marikoth.
Connor.
Bro is definitely gay
You
for
gotta-
Marikoth. Oh my
No,
god.
Connor, you gotta include that in the summary. He regaled the Markov.
Yeah, yeah. Oh my god. That was that. Why are you so gay for him? What the hell?
I speak of
He's
how
not
we've
even denying
slain.
it.
No, it's being
He's just
denied, but
okay with
implicitly.
it.
It's being denied implicitly.
How? Am I
Uh,
further reinforcing it with the way you're speaking?
He's gay! Just fuck him already. We know
Yeah,
we
like when
won't fuck
Albus
him.
was-
You're
And Elpis was like, "Oh, it's Marikoth's Kylian's boyfriend." I was like, I thought he was fucking with him. No, he was legit. Elpis predicted this.
Bro, I could read the shit. I could read the
Almost
room
had
before
the
it even
lore
happens,
dog.
man. I'm not.
Holy shit, that was okay. I'm making that canon now. Jesus, that has to be canon after what you just
Oh,
said.
Not being
okay.
After what you just said, that how can it not be?
Okay, we have
No,
okay,
no. You hear yourself? I'm gonna play back the recording. I'm gonna force you to listen to the recording after this. This was
No,
2
I don't
hours
know
and
what to say
26
there,
minutes
yeah.
in. Someone write that time down.
we
Hold
slew
on.
we slew the
26 hours.
We're going back and listening to this. Why don't you understand how fucking gay that sounded?
we slew
Probably
the
because it was. No, honestly,
okay.
probably
We
because
slew
it
the
was.
creatures of the sea,
Bro,
such as
there's no way you said
Stop
it that
speaking
way.
like this!
Bro, we know you're Victorian era gay for him.
I can't,
Holy
like,
shit.
seriously take
Okay, you
this
know what?
more when
Dog,
you
one more
just
word
sound
out of
like you're
you and I'm
about
about to just make this officially canon with or without your
Okay.
consent.
Okay, me and Elpis with a friend, Athenos Dread, the president, as you know, who we've been working as a team recently, KED. It's a fun name, as we like it.
I mean,
Have been
KD, or I
KDE,
guess
sorry.
MKED.
Yeah, I'm KED. We've been fighting leviathans in in the sea southern to Salkirith. We've
Marikov chirps
been
up, saying that he remembers hearing from the Adventurers Guild that this new S-rank party, including the president of the Humanoid Alliance, had sprouted up after defeating a bunch of powerful monsters.
we even wrote it in the sand after beating a elder lich.
He seemed surprised that you were able to do such a thing, saying, "Wow, really? Your haughty loser ass is able to do that?"
That's very offensive.
He said, "Did you see the way you greeted me?"
Okay, you know what? That's fair, and I totally
He said, "If
regret
I didn't know
that.
any better, I think you were trying to hit on me or something."
This is not good.
No, Marikov is
No,
saying
but
all of this. He looks at you and said, "Speaking of which, why do you change your speech style around me?" I did hear that was a sign of like someone having a crush on someone, but like, I assume
no, I
those
just
books were always like weird children's stories. He says,
yeah.
He says like squinting his eyes at you more.
Okay. I just like talking like in a more formal sense.
He said, "Look, you just did it again, you fucking queer."
It's not. I'm how.
He says, "Listen to yourself." He says, "I know gay voice when I when I hear one."
You could never. It's actually this one's more.
He said, "Yeah." He said, "Oh, there
No,
it
like,
is. You just proved my point. Holy shit."
Okay.
Jamal.
But
Jamal just said like this was wilding on the gay shit right now.
Yeah, okay, hold on,
Like,
Jamal, come with me. I'm giving you a pep talk. Hold on.
What?
I'll explain what happened. So Jamal comes back after to fucking South Kyrith. He meets with Markov. And this bitch, when he meets him, is like, "Oh my god, Markov, it's been so long since I've last seen you. Let me regale you with the tales of my adventures." Like, those were like more or less his
Oh my
exact
God.
words. More or
Oh my
less his
God.
exact words. I kid you not.
I called this. So
I don't
called
know.
this.
I don't know what's funnier, but also makes complete sense.
Okay,
The
so
fact
I
that
just
Jamal.
benched this man.
Listen.
Benched this man real quick.
I don't know what is funnier and also makes more sense. The fact that Jamal said those exact gay ass words, or the fact that you emulated his speech so perfectly.
This motherfucker really said, "Let me regale you with the tales of my adventures." Like, holy shit. This is some like old like Victorian like meme
okay,
where
I'm
like where
okay.
the person is quote unquote is writing to their quote unquote best friend about like their stories. Like,
Look, Jane Eyre is influencing how I speak. Okay, just like
holy shit. Like, listen
I
to
shall
how he
re-
talks to Marikov. Bro wants him like in his bed. Like, holy shit.
He
Huh?
wants him so bad.
That's
There's no way he doesn't.
Elvis,
This is
help me out here.
wildin', bruh.
You can't. I called this. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't think I can defend. I don't even think Saul can defend you from this one.
Okay.
Bro better
Okay.
call Saul. Like,
Your
Yeah.
Honor, my client's actually not gay. Source, trust me, bro.
Yeah.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
Bert, just listen
And-
to the way he talks to Narikov. Anyways, let's keep doing more. Yeah, Jamal?
Okay.
Marikov
After
looks at you
slaying
and
the
says,
elder,
"Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're a gay. You're a gay."
I'm sorry for my. Okay, I'm sorry for saying it
You
like
just
that. I
did
don't
it
know why.
again, he says.
No, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. It's not happening. It's just incorrect.
Looks
Okay.
at you and he looks at you and says, "You're not even my
This is
type
how I
anyways. I
speak.
prefer them like actually hot." He says.
Okay, I got a Sylvie streak. I'll give that.
It's,
I'll give you this. Okay.
somehow the fact that he actually is into men pisses you off. It makes you more mad because now he's just saying you aren't even hot. It would have insulted you less if he said he just didn't swing that way, but the fact that he does and he just thinks you're unattractive somehow makes you
Okay.
sadder.
I take that and I'm like, okay, I understand. That's not what I was trying to say. But
You said that you would regale me with your tales of adventure.
that's a formal way of saying I'm gonna tell
He
you
says
what
no,
I did.
it's not, and he said no, it's not. No, it's not. Who'd you work for?
I mean, at least to me it is.
Who'd you fall from? The God of Order?
Perhaps. Okay. But it's nice to see an old face after so long. And that I mean as a friend.
He says, considering when I walked into the door, you looked like you were about to like pick me up and drag me to your bed. I would disagree with that statement.
That was not
You had the
Kylian.
face of desperation, he says. That was the face
Desperation for an old face.
of a man who went to war and has come back to see his wife after 5 years. That was that face.
You know what? Actually, no, I'm not gonna finish that. No, but Kylian opens the wedding. No, but Kylian understands and he's just like, okay, what have you been doing? You know, let me stop talking
I want to
for a
know
while.
about my day, huh?
Yes, I mean,
You
I
just
told
did it
you what I-
again!
No, stop. That's just how I speak. That's just how
Says,
I
no,
speak.
it's not, he says. No, it's not.
I just speak like that.
At this
Just
point,
know
tell him
it.
that you're from another world. I mean, there's no, like,
He says, no, it's not how you speak, you gay ass.
Me being
Don't tell-
me being sufficiently disgruntled by this.
Sufficely disgruntled.
That's okay.
You gay ass hoe.
That's
Holy
just-
shit. You're one
What
of those,
do you want me
you're
to
one of those
say?
posh
This is-
gays.
One of those 1800s types.
1800 gays.
Okay. I just go to my room. I can't take it anymore.
You just return to your room and say, yeah, go jerk off to me, you fucking weirdo.
I just ignore him, flipping him off.
He just laughs his ass off. Yeah, he will, Mirkoth will remember this Telltale game style.
No.
I'm just gonna.
It's your fault for speaking like a
Notice
gay
the-
man.
I don't know if that's like a thing.
Burb, back me up here. He sounds like gay man. There is such thing as sounding like gay
I
man.
have a perfect audio for this. You,
Sans, you are gay. You speak like a person from the 18th century.
Not wrong. Burb, tell him.
I don't think Burb's here.
Damn. This is so
Look,
sad. Damn, Burb, I can't believe this. One time I needed you. This is a massive disappointment. Anyways, yeah. Realizing that you are in fact talking the gay. Because you are. I got Jamal trying to act like he has the authority on what voices sound and don't sound gay. Like, see how he somehow is the authority on that.
Yes, I'm the enlightened one, though. Obviously, I don't know. But
Yeah, I know. You don't.
I can't control my voice.
Well, yeah, you're right. Because your voice sounds gay.
It's just, you know, I can't help it if I try.
If you sound like a
Come on,
homosexual,
guys.
like a raging homosexual.
hey,
Yes, 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 queen. Yeah, oh my god. Yes.
Gas
Get
queen.
on your fucking knees, Stacy. Holy shit. I'm gonna like fucking
Yes,
shoot
Rebecca.
you.
Killian activates Prism Bomb and just just goes out. Too much.
Oh, you're gonna shoot me with the rainbow bomb? I knew you were that kind of queer.
Okay, Elpis, your turn. Where are you gonna? You're just gonna leave?
I'm going to meditate and go to
You
sleep.
decide to go meditate for.
The narrator got a little.
How long,
a little
how long do you
different.
want to meditate for, bitch?
I want to meditate.
God, he's still
Two
doing
hours.
Maz isn't even here. Why are you still doing the voice?
Because I want to. Now go fuck yourself. Well, I
no, I don't think I will.
see. No one kind of loves you, Dread, because you broke the
I
canon
actually like
event.
this movie.
So
Then
Oh no, I broke the cannon.
the
You
dad
broke
wasn't
it.
supposed to come back.
You
like-
broke a Victorian era
My
canon.
dad came back to love me. Nobody loves me. I'm so disappointed by this logic.
Yeah, well, see, you broke the canon event because by your dad coming back, you now have parental love, and with parental love, you can no longer achieve the thing you're supposed to achieve in 2045. I should say 2039, but you know.
you have the love from your parents. You cannot be one of us anymore.
Exactly. Yeah, slay. Daddy issues.
Alright, let's continue now, shall we?
You meditate. I consider this. I still want to do it just to fuck with you. I'm gonna do it just to fuck with you. Let's see how long you can stay serious in lore. You decide to meditate for like 4 hours. You raise your mana level by 35. It's around midnight. You also go to sleep around 8. Around midnight. You both wake up at like 8, you know? Like, but your lazy asses don't get up until like 8:10. Because y'all are a bunch of fucking losers. You both wake up around 8:10 as the sun starts to rise.
Alright, I decided to go downstairs and get something to eat. And then
You go
to
downstairs and
Kylian's.
grab something to eat, you fat fuck.
Hey now, we can't be calling people that.
Shut the hell up, you fucking loser. Half the people don't even know your state exists. You're confused with a capital more times than one.
Damn.
He's about to complain about Elpis's like mealing options, no matter what they are. He'll become either anti-vegan or very vegan, depending.
You go downstairs to eat breakfast, the most important meal of the day. Fattens you up for the wolves that'll be attacking you later today.
You take that as a joke until it becomes reality.
You head downstairs and eat up. You feel your fucking fat ass getting even more weight as you eat. Meanwhile, Kylian also wakes up with the only interesting part of his life, his dog, which, let's face it, is like better than him anyways, also wakes up.
Okay, so, for that, I go down to get some food and feed Eliza as well.
You go downstairs and give Eliza his food like he fucking deserves, unlike your starving ass. You eat up like the fat fuck that you are and get ready for the day.
What is with this in fat? Jesus Christ.
There's emphasis on your pathetic existence, unlike me, who's actually like hot. Is you two losers gonna do something, or are you just gonna laze around all day?
Okay, so, me, I'm gonna go to where, Elpis is gonna do his training, so the weapons guild.
Alchemy. Alchemy can get weapons.
How did you
Yeah.
mistake it?
You
But
managed
you
to
see,
fuck up the
we are
guilds.
running-
Good job, Queen.
I think you can tell when I've taken a melatonin gummy at the moment. Don't worry.
Why?
Elpis's dumb ass takes a melatonin gummy out, seeming to understand the effect in 30 minutes, and so he could just take it before he goes to sleep like not a dumbass.
But you see,
But also
I don't
build
think we
up
are
in your
normal
body
people
over time
here.
anyway.
This video is gonna be wild
Like,
when I
just
listen to it
described
again.
You, but a lot
Oh,
worse.
don't. It only gets worse.
Yeah, it only gets it.
Oh yeah, also Kylian developed an addiction, but that's neither here than that.
You know,
And,
Sylvia's is
uh,
kind of slaying right now. Slaying my fucking brain. Jesus
he
Christ.
might be he might be slaying a bit. He's
Okay.
about to slay my ass in a few
Elpis
seconds.
goes into Elpis.
You are ugly as hell. Now, pass.
Okay. I go
I'd
outside.
rather fuck
of
Jamal
the-
over you. I'll be so real. You are like, yeah.
Damn, okay,
Ew.
fuck you then.
That has.
At least
That has to
Jamal's
be-
face is like somewhat appealing. At least, like,
He's not even doing the slay voice. He's just. Damn.
Fucking, I'm gonna. Okay.
I have
you
a
know
Coke
what?
here. Hold on. Well, okay.
Oh, I
that's better.
also have Coke here.
That's
What a
better.
coincidence.
Okay, but like, name one other person
Kitty.
who like would fuck you.
Me.
Actually, fair point. Yeah, you have Rubby. I'll give that to you. Anyways, yeah, you both decide to go to the fucking weapons guild. You both arrive around 8:20 and we'll say 8:30, and you still got like an hour 30 till your lessons.
I read from the Alchemy book.
You decide to read from the Alchemy book. Your gay voice sucks, you fucking straight loser.
I
You gotta have a
Yeah.
good gay voice. Come on, Jamal.
No, that's
Do
horrible. That's
something.
horrible. No, that's terrible.
You're welcome.
That was horrendous.
You're welcome, by the way. You're
Horrible.
welcome. Yeah,
Wait,
you're welcome,
So
Con.
see, Dread, the only gay voice you can do is like the hyper deep, like super, like bear mask voice.
Oh, what, this voice? This is my only... I mean, honestly, I'm not surprised. I agree.
Yeah,
Completely.
no. Should be deeper though.
I can't be deeper, because otherwise I sound like
Actually, fair
Batman.
point. Dread's got a fair point.
Dude, if I went deeper, I would just be Batman at that point.
My burp here. Were you here the entire time? 'Cause I'm pretty sure you like dipped for a bit. You're cutting out.
Dip for a hot second.
Okay, so you didn't hear my old gay voice spiel?
I didn't get to hear the gay voice spiel.
I'm just gonna lay down while just listening.
He's
to
definitely
more.
gonna fall
Let's
asleep.
do this.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, Elpis. I feel like the gummy was a bad idea.
I will not fall asleep.
So if he
I will not
falls
succumb.
asleep, he loses patience.
I'm sorry. What I do? Wait, what?
If you fall asleep, you lose patience. Because you didn't have patience to continue the lore sessions. You don't deserve it.
Damn.
Better not fall asleep.
I won't.
God revokes
Can you
it.
actually lose a unique skill?
Yeah, if you lose the requirements for it.
So if I stop being addicted, I could lose.
Yeah, you
the-
lose addict, yes.
Okay, but how could I do that when the light it just feels so good?
Anyways, you decide to read for an hour 30. What does Elpis do?
Meditate.
Because definitely not because of the melatonin gummy reducing your ability to think of anything interesting to do. You decide to meditate for an hour 30, raising your mana pool by 5.
Let's go. I think I'm at 400 now. Beat that 400.
You decide. Meanwhile, Kylian decides to open the Magic Alchemy Alchemy book. You decide to read through the chapters. Do you just
What
wanna
are the
read through them
chapters again?
all? What is
Well,
alchemy?
what are the chap-
How are elements used? What are potions and the rules of alchemy?
I mean, is it short? Like,
It'd take you maybe like an hour to read.
okay, yeah, I'll just do that.
Alchemy is an incredibly important and valuable craft that benefits everyone in Althvinhaim. It's similar to magic in that it uses and morphs mana to achieve results for the user. However, unlike magic, alchemy takes mana from other things and combines and infuses them to create new things. In a sense, magic uses mana from within the user, and alchemy uses mana from outside the user. Alchemy requires use of a mana table. You place ingredients on the table and pour mana into the table, which then turns the ingredients into a potion. All alchemy is based around potions. There are different types of potions made from different combinations and all do different things. Depending on how good your alchemy is, can allow you to make different grades of potion. Alchemy is a very scientific craft that requires a lot of skill and precision.
Okay. What is the next one?
How are elements used? Every one of the true and mystic elements plays a role in alchemy. Each element represents a different aspect of potion making, and different combinations can yield massively different results. The fire element represents physical strength and capability. Water represents physical restoration and healing. Earth represents mental restoration and healing. Air represents fluidness and speed. Ice represents calming and mental fortitude. Light represents chaos and unpredictability. Light represents justice and holiness. Dark represents evil and sin. And cosmic represents otherworldly understanding. Between these elements, there are countless combinations to make potions, and understanding what each element represents will allow you to create even greater potions as you continue your alchemy journey.
Cosmic is just otherworldliness.
Yeah, more or less.
I think they're self-explanatory what each one is. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, to an extent.
And I already wrote most of it down. Like, so physical is I wrote down magic and restoration of pride. So I guess it's just like mental restoration as well.
Is what Earth is.
Mhm.
Yes.
Okay. All right. What else is there?
Next chapter is what are potions.
Sure. What are potions?
Potions are one of the most important items in the world. Whether you're an adventurer, worker, or politician, potions are a must-have for anyone. Generally speaking, there are two main categories of potions: positive and negative potions. The difference between the two is quite obvious, as each of them have their own subgroups. Among positive potions, there are boost potions, healing potions, strengthening potions, and magic potions. And
Magical potions?
yeah, there weren't any in the basics because those don't. There's no basic magic potions. I mean, besides mana potions, but those aren't magic potions or healing potions. Amongst negative potions, there are damage potions, weakening potions, and blocking potions. There are many different types of potions, and they can all be categorized by these subgroups. It will give you a better understanding of what elements are required to make certain subgroups, and what each type of potion will do. All potions are ranked by their quality. There are 4 qualities of potions: weak, fair, greater, and superior. Rules of... The next chapter is Rules of Alchemy.
What are the rules of alchemy? Sure.
There are many general rules to alchemy that any alchemist, new or old, should always follow. The first and most important rule is to always understand what you're trying to create. The worst mistake you can make when trying to make a potion is not understanding what you're aiming to achieve. If you make a potion with no particular vision in mind, you can end up causing what is known in alchemy as a mana leak. A mana leak is when you add too much mana to a recipe and try to craft a potion with it. The alchemy table isn't able to turn all the mana into a potion, and some of it leaks out in the form of pure mana. This can be incredibly dangerous, as the exact effects of pure mana are still unknown. However, we do know that it is very deadly. Always make sure to follow a recipe at first so you can understand how much mana a table can transform before making any potions.
Okay. Are there other rules, or...?
The next rule of alchemy is to always make sure your ingredients are properly prepared. You must prepare all ingredients well in order to make a decent potion. If your preparation is sloppy, so will your potion. Furthermore, not preparing your ingredients properly can also be dangerous, as the point of preparing the ingredients is to remove any excess materials and try to isolate as much mana as possible. If you don't do this properly, the alchemy table will not be able to fully turn your ingredients into potions due to the high amount of impurities, and the potion will only be half made, causing the other half to leak out in the form of pure mana, which we already discussed isn't good. The third rule of alchemy is to always make sure your engraving is polished and well done. One of the most dangerous things you can do as an alchemist is attempt to craft potions with a shoddy alchemy table. Always make sure that the engraving on your table, whether you bought it, or made it yourself, is good and fits the standard found in other alchemy stations. Only once your table is ready to be used may you begin the process of crafting. This is to ensure your safety, as a poorly crafted table has a chance to not work, make the wrong potion, or even explode if too much mana is poured into it.
I feel like this is a good way to create a bomb unofficially. It's
not entirely wrong. The fourth and final rule of alchemy is to never mess with pure mana. Alchemy isn't just about manipulating mana to make potions, it's about using the natural factors of the elements to achieve it. Because of this, the properties of pure mana are completely unknown and highly dangerous. Never infuse a potion with pure mana or you will risk serious injury and possibly death.
Okay.
Elpis
and that's all, right?
Yeah, Elpis' first thought was definitely, I should try that.
Yeah. Alright, well, I guess it's now Elpis' lore. So now
yeah,
you do
it's my time.
the blacksmith in session. I'll learn another super
Hmm?
spell while that happens, but
Yeah.
I'll do.
Yeah, you
I'm
head
gonna use
out
the
to the
best.
training field. Yeah. Elpis enters the blacksmithing room where I already forgot his fucking name.
Holy shit.
Uh
Not gonna lie, I thought we wrote it down.
I feel
I thought we
like
wrote it
you should
down.
have wrote it down.
Probably did. Let me check. No, I didn't.
It was like Jalged or something.
Yeah.
I'll just say that. Jalged looks up at you. Jalged looks up at all of you and welcomes you to this day 2. He says today they're gonna focus more on learning how to properly hammer out weapons so that you can achieve the best results. He already has a container of molten iron ready to demonstrate, as he has you all stand around his forging station.
Oh. Alright then.
He pours the iron into a sword mold, and once it's cold enough, once it's cooled down enough, he takes it out and puts it onto an anvil. He shows you how he expertly strikes each part of the sword exactly 3 times. And roughly 3 times, perfectly hitting the exact same spot each time. He does this to the exact spot on the sword, making sure no area of the sword isn't covered. He perfectly lands every hit, hitting the exact same spot every time where he wants to hit. He perfectly irons out the sword and makes it perfectly even and straight. He then dips it into the water and pulls it out after about 20 minutes. You look at the sword and note that it is perfectly aligned, perfectly straight, and there's no bends, cracks, or nicks in it at all. It's like a perfectly polished piece. You all look in awe as you admire the craftsmanship. Even your not that experienced eyes can tell how impressive it is. He says, now it's all your turn. Go ahead and start melting some. He says he's already had iron melted for you, and that you can go ahead and give it your own shot.
Alright then.
You all head over to your station, and you take the molten iron that was already prepared for you. Once again, practicing, you carefully pour it into the mold. You hammer it once. Pour into the mold. As you do so, Jalgerd tells you to also start preparing another batch. He's going to have you do it again as well. You start preparing another batch of molten iron as you continue to hammer away at your own sword. You try to do what Jalgerd showed, attempting to. Yeah, you continue to strike while the iron is hot. Try attempting to do the best what Jalgerd showed you, striking each spot roughly 3 times in the perfect spot every time. Obviously, you're not able to achieve this perfectly. However, after 30 minutes, you feel like you've done the best you can with the time. Until the iron's too cold. You then put it in the water to cool it down and let Jalged look over it. He looks over it and says, "Definitely better than what you made yesterday. Less nicks and cracks. However, definitely still work for improvement. It looks like your strikes are overlapping a bit. Try to make sure not to strike overlap, because that might over straighten a part of the sword."
Oh. Well. Alright then. Try not to do that next time.
And he says, "Yep. If you go ahead and get to work on your other one." Once you finish your first sword, you know the second one, the molten iron is already finished melting. You take it out of the crucible again and begin trying one more time. Pouring it into the mold and letting it cool a bit, you take it out. Trying to do what Jalgard says, you hammer away at the sword and do slightly better than before. Jalgard looks at it once more once you've cooled it down and says, "Better." However, there are mainly towards the top part of the sword, you seem to be missing the critical points, he says. By that I mean the ideal point to strike the sword, that you don't bend the blade, but you also don't bend the end of the blade, you also don't bend the center of the blade. He says, try to aim the center of your hammer 1/4 into the sword on both sides, he explains.
Alright.
Tells you to try once more. You take more molten iron and pour it into a mold and try once more. This time he managed to get it better and hand it to Jalgar. He says, "Not bad. Actually, pretty good. Better than everyone else here. It looks pretty straight. Everything looks fine. There's still obviously nooks because it's not gonna be perfect. However, this looks pretty good. It's been around 2 hours into the course now." And Jalgard says, "All right, so you're doing." He looks at all. He explains that. All right, so that is how you properly hammer a sword. We'll do some more practice tomorrow as well. However, whenever you get the chance, feel free to practice at home as well if you feel like it. He says, "All right, next thing is obviously going to be sharpening. Now that you've got now that you've got 3 swords, you're now going to work on sharpening." He says, "The main point of sharpening is to make sure to obviously get that sharp edge." He says, "The way you want to do it is what sharpening does is it removes excess metal from the sword to make it as thin as possible." He takes out his own grindstone and puts the sword against it. He starts sharpening the sword. Says, "The key is to place the blade of the sword so that just barely the tip is touching the grindstone, almost like parallel to the circumference of the circle." He says the grindstone will pull away shards and fragments of iron from the tip of the blade, from the outer edge of the blade, making it sharper and sharper. He says make sure to do it to both sides of the blade, not just one. And also make sure to flip the blade around. Sharpening the tip is definitely the hardest part because you have much less surface area to work with. He says the best thing to do is angle it so the blade is facing away from you in 45 degrees, so either the left or the right, depending on how your grindstone moves. And grind up and go ahead and sharpen it. After about 20 minutes, he finishes sharpening and shows you all how, and he easily cuts through like some solid wood.
Oh my.
He then tells you all to try. He spends another 120 minutes. You spend another hour and a half sharpening all 3 of your swords. Jalgard looks over them. The first one, he says, "Not bad. I think you could definitely try to get closer to the blade. I think it could be sharp. It's nice. It's sharp. Could be sharper, and also your tip is a bit blunt." You try once more and manage to get closer. He says, "Okay, this is looking better. However, I think you're still sharpening. I think you might be sharpening too much on one side, not as much on the other. So make sure to try to get an equal sharpen on both sides of the blade, or else you might end up with an uneven sharp." He says the tip of the blade is looking better too. The third attempt.
How can you tell if it's uneven or not?
He says it's mainly about the weight of the blade. He says if you try to hold the blade, like where you try to hold the blade forward, and so obviously your blade will be facing forward. If one side is thinner than the other, then it'll end up tipping a bit either left or right, which you don't want. It makes it harder to utilize gravity when it comes to your blade.
I see. Alright then. Alright. I decided to sharpen the last blade.
You
I think
practice
right?
sharpening the last blade and hand it to him. He looks over it and says, this is pretty good. The blade is more balanced. Still some areas where it's a bit dull. However, overall, it looks pretty good. The tip of the blade is sharp, but I think it might be a bit uneven. So remember, the reason why you want an even blade on all sides is so that your weight is proportional and you don't end up having a sword that's uneven. That's the last thing you want. He says, this is good. I would definitely advise you to, if you can find a way or a time, to maybe go to a blacksmith and experiment with yourself, although you probably have to buy the iron yourself.
Alright then. I think that won't be much of a problem, actually.
Yeah. He also says, well, that's
Wait, is there ways to find... Is there any caves around? Maybe... Is there any caves around too if I want to see if I could find my own ore?
He says, are you a miner? Because if you don't know how to mine ore, good luck.
Alright.
He says, just go buy some at the receptionist.
Alright.
Anyways, that's it
for
class.
Great.
And he dismisses everyone.
Good. Okay then, it's time to go ahead and use rubbish for this job.
Alright.
Can take him to a cave with me and point out all the rare materials.
Anyways, what spell do you learn? You say the conditions to learn a new skill as if the skill isn't a net negative for you. Like,
Look.
Addict is literally is a net negative skill.
Look,
Masochist?
it's a skill.
Masochist confirmed.
It's a
Masochist
skill.
confirmed. Masochist confirmed.
Well, I'm surprised Masochist isn't a skill.
Oh,
It
it
is.
is. Probably.
Isn't? Wait, actually.
Would it be like more
no,
pain
it's not yet.
tolerance or something?
It makes them stronger when they get hit.
That would low-key be pretty terrifying skill.
Yeah. You needed them like very few times.
Yeah, anyways, what super spell do you learn?
Me? What about an earth one? You know,
Trying
that'd
to
be
actually do something with earth magic from like your how many fucking earth spells? Let's look. Let's look. How many fucking earth spells? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Bro has 8 earth spells. There are 15 greater spells. He has 3. Sorry, 15 great spells.
Oh my god.
15 basic spells. He has 3 of them. And he wonders why he runs out of mana. And he wonders why he runs out of mana so fucking quickly. Like, holy shit. He has no cheap
Rely on your
spells.
Rely on
Anyways,
other skills, man.
the super tier earth spells are Vanguard Super, Greater Avalanche, Plate Cracker, Unbreakable, Invincible, Earth Rampart, Meteor Falls. Of which many you are very closely familiar with.
For the moment, I'll learn Meteor Falls the next time. I want to try. What is Invincible? Actually, no. I already know what that does. I'll do Unbreakable or whatever that was.
The Unbreakable?
Mm-hmm.
The user enchants the weapon they are holding with Earth Energy, greatly increasing the weapon's durability and making it nigh unbreakable. Not sure how useful that is for you, but...
That's fair. I read that and I'm like, I don't really need it right now. So...
I love how we forget that we have our spears already commissioned and done already. And
yeah, they're done.
Oh yeah, you have not yet gotten them, which I think is really funny.
I'll do Meteor Falls. You know what? That one sounds nice. I want to use that.
Sounds nice. You already know what the fuck it does. You've been hit by it more times than you can count.
Now I gotta hit others.
The user creates a portal far above their head that will rain meteors upon anyone the user deems an enemy. Each of the meteors are very large and explode upon contact. After seeing Nixie use it more times than you can count, but never actually considering to learn it yourself because you're a fucking loser, you finally learn the super tier earth spell, Meteor Falls.
Hey, Jamal, I want to take that though. If I were you.
I can just kick him.
You know, I would say this is an abuse of power, but I like my position of not being kicked.
What was that? What was that?
Our great leader has spoken. He has done no wrong.
Yeah, good choice.
1-year-olds deserve to get punted.
Like you?
But I'm 2.
No, you're not. Anyways, lore.
Okay. I'm guessing wait, did this session end, like, fully?
No, not yet.
Okay. I thought so. I was
Probably
like...
We should probably end it on this day, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You use Meteor Falls. Learn how to use it. Elpis' class should be ending right about now, so you fly back.
Mm-hmm.
Yo!
Hello there. What did you learn in class today?
What are you, his parents?
I learned...
Yeah,
At this
I am.
point, yes. I show him my sword.
You should start calling him Daddy then.
No, God, no. God, no. Never repeat
Kylian would low-key use meteors on you.
That would be what happened if Sylvius and Kylian fought. It'd literally be Serpentius versus Angel Dust.
Yeah.
Sylvius just be like, "Oh, harder, Daddy," and then Kylian's like, "Son."
Okay.
Yeah.
So.
Also, yeah, I learned how to sharpen a weapon and also how to,
Bro, just use Refine. Earth magic. Get a catalyst.
No, I'm not gonna. No, I
Let's get an
don't. I
Earth
mean,
Catalyst and use it refine.
bruh, I'm gonna have to carry. I'm gonna have to carry a giant staff with me while I'm trying to fucking fight with a halberd.
You just,
You think
I mean,
that's
it's
gonna be
200
practical?
mana, man. It ain't that bad.
I mean, if I could find a way after,
It's
if
150
done so
actually.
this to maybe integrate a catalyst into a magic, into, an item, an artifact, a magic artifact, maybe I can, do that. Out of canon, is there ways to do that?
To do what?
Infuse a catalyst with a artifact?
What the fuck does that even mean?
Put like maybe like a catalyst.
Your question
Like
has about the
catalyst
same
stone.
sense as can I abuse a spell with a skill? What the fuck are you talking about?
I mean, I would infuse a spell with a skill. I mean, I do that with days.
Okay, no, you don't.
Infuse a skill with
That's not what
with
infusion
magical.
is.
Oh yeah, I am dumb. Yeah, I'm pretty stupid. Yeah, that's fair.
What the fuck? So what the fuck are you talking? Infuse? What the fuck even is an artifact? Like, bro uses words that aren't in lore. Like, bro just makes up terms.
I think he means like the amulets that he wears.
Accessories? It's not a fucking artifact. I've never once used the term artifact. I don't know why he keeps just making up terms.
My brain just tries
Okay,
to
we
replace.
we knew what he meant though.
No, because artifact can mean a lot of fucking things. Maybe just take the goddamn melatonin gummy. This wouldn't be an issue.
It's fine. I'm fine.
We are too mean to Elpis.
No.
No,
No, not mean
We're too
enough.
mean to you.
No, not at all. Absolutely not. We can always be near to Jamal. Right, Dread?
Sorry, huh?
I said we can always be nearer to Jamal, right?
Oh, always.
Exactly.
Like,
Remember, I
we
did
could
just
go-
send like Dread a lot of we need to cook things. So
Yeah, no, okay, let me show. So he sent the Woody hole up let him cook meme, then the Walter White today we cook gif, and then Kana realizing Kylian is just sniffing the light flowers with Tom the cat, cat's little face.
It's this.
What? Let me see this.
You also DM'd me the flowers look very sniffable today, aren't they? What am I supposed to take away from this? Actually, no, I'm gonna screenshot that real quick. Hold
What am I
on.
supposed to take away from this?
Advanced skill. User is more prone to be addicted to
The
the.
flowers look very significant.
It was in perfect
Also, that's not
grammar,
even
too,
good
that's why.
grammar. What do you mean, aren't they? It's don't they.
Yeah, aren't they? Aren't they, guys? It's perfect grammar. Perfect grammar. Perfect grammar. I love it. I love it.
Yeah, guys.
Perfect grammar.
Yeah, guys. Perfect grammar.
I just noticed it said Dumb and Dumber lore. Holy
Oh,
shit.
yeah, well, I think that pretty much summarizes why the fuck it's called that, doesn't it? Fucking horrors. Let's get back to your lore, bitches.
Anyways, Kylian, we gotta go. We forgot. We gotta go get our.
Yeah, let's go get the spears. That sounds like
We
a
probably
great
should.
idea.
Nah, getting rid of your amnesia for like a second, you decided to go actually get your weapons. That was just the whole reason you fucking came back here in the first place. You went,
Look, we got 7 days. We are not going back.
you went over to
And
the
to the-
blacksmith.
Hello. We're here
You
for
enter the blacksmith,
weapons.
and like the drow elf comes up to you and is like, "Hey, you here for your shit?" Alright, great. He hands you like a mithril halberd and Kylian 3 mythical spears. They glow this beautiful cyan teal color and have these very immaculate engravings and handles.
Wait, Mithril, right? Was
Yeah.
metal.
Yeah, congratulations, you can understand words. Good job.
Okay. I don't know.
You have reached the
Congratulations,
level
you
of
did-
being able to comprehend a sentence. Good job, Elpis.
Never give Rubbish a soundboard, by the way, or just remind me. He would be too powerful. We wouldn't be able to stop him.
Cock and balls. Anyways.
Know that the Manulin blade, right?
The what?
I think I butchered that. Manulin.
No, that's actually how you ordered a Manulin blade?
Yeah, I remember. I think it was Manulin with steel.
Oh, fuck,
and he
you
said it was
might
pretty
have.
heavy.
I might have mixed up the mithril orders. Let me check.
I think you might have.
How much did that shit even cost?
I think it cost like 30. 30, like, I think it was like
Yeah,
30
okay.
Oh,
gold.
frick, I messed up.
I'll just say bought.
What the fuck is this, Jamal?
It's ungrammatical. There we go.
What do you,
Hold on, wait. I think I've sent an. I think I sent an image
hold
of what it looks
on,
like.
guys. Hold
Yeah,
on,
no, I know
hold
you
on.
did. What?
That's
He
just how
spelled
it's
Mithril as Mytheral. I can't take
Oh
this.
my god.
I'm resigning.
You officially broke him. You broke him. Congratulations.
That's kind of hot.
I can't spell.
Use the Oxford Dictionary. How hard is it?
Apparently
Oh,
pretty
that's
hard.
fair. You know what? Now that I think about
What
it.
do you mean that's fair? Did the thought that you could use a fucking dictionary never come to your mind? Back to
Alright.
lore? Question mark?
Okay.
Lore? Back to lore?
Lore?
We pick up weapons and yeah, I guess like
Mine's
at
gonna
this
be a
point
little
we
bit
have time to
heavier.
do what?
Yeah, mine's gonna be a little bit heavier since fucking. Yeah, that's what apparently what he.
Give me like
said.
1
It's
minute
gonna be a little heavier.
while you just like talk during
Gonna
lore.
be
I don't
like-
know.
He said it's gonna be a little bit heavier since it's made of steel and then manulin.
I think you just should have not made it out of steel and manual. I think
But
that would have been
I needed. Did you see what happened last time?
okay. It broke, but like also
It melted.
it just gets better.
Oh wow! What happened to your spear?
Okay, that was a different case.
That's not a different case. Mine would not have broken.
I'm calling up Athenos from the Humanoid Alliance to back me up here.
Guys, it wasn't me, guys. Guys.
No, I'm calling up Athenos Dread from Humania to back me up here.
That's wild.
No, I'm joking.
Athenos is going to respond in text lore if this is canonical.
Gonna fucking use the talisman. Text him. I need. Anyways, yeah, we should probably. Honestly, I kind of want to test this out. I don't want to see how heavy it is. I decided to go to the training grounds to see how, heavy my halberd is.
Guys, I'm calling up my homeboy Athenos Dread. He's gonna like defend me, guys. Anyways, you can continue, lore.
No. Yeah, I kind of get my hand on the halberd, not expecting it to be a pretty light, and then I fall on the floor with it.
You what?
Expecting the halberd to be
Yeah, the
a bit
halberd is
lighter,
much
but
heavier, and it's gonna take you a bit to get
Yeah.
used to its,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I decide to try to go to the training grounds and do like Nixie's regimen.
You
Or
decide to head
fucking
over to the
training.
training grounds. What does Kylian
So I
do?
decide to.
Because the
decide to
mithril
tie
spears are
rocks
gonna
to
be
myself.
heavier than your own.
Oh yeah, then come with
Alright.
me. We can help you. I can help you try to, we could even spar a bit actually. Actually,
You wanna
have,
spar?
like, I mean, you got class in like 2 hours.
That's
Rather
fair.
probably not be a good idea, honestly. Actually, no, thinking about it.
I mean, I could.
Oh,
I don't think a fight takes 2 hours, in like all fairness, to be fair.
it
No,
doesn't,
it takes
but
like
it's gonna tire you the hell out.
it takes like 10 minutes at best.
Yeah. I'm just gonna try to like fly them through the air, practicing, I guess, like how I can use telekinesis on them, and like I guess like perfecting my technique.
Mm-hmm. You both head over the training field and practice till around like 350 with your weapons. You get pretty used to their feel, especially thanks to Spearmaster, as well as Weapons Master from Elpis specifically.
Yeah.
Eventually, it's about 10 minutes until your class, and so you figure you should probably start heading over.
I decide to stay here a bit and try to keep getting a bit stronger. Tying like rocks to myself to try to simulate Nixie's psychotic.
You do that. Meanwhile, Kylian flies on over to the Mages Guild. Yeah.
Time to learn the dark arts.
Yeah, you arrive at the Mages Guild around like 5 minutes before class starts.
I sit down in my seat, confident as I'll ever be that I've finally read the tutorial. Time for the advanced lesson.
Yeah. I mean, it's still just day 2, but
I'm used to
like
Nixie lore where I almost die every time. It's a nice relaxing. It's nice and relaxing since that. Unless someone like messes up and blows up half the building, in which case, you know, not so fun.
yeah, you head over to the alchemy area and enter the room. Entering the room, you see Kana, and she tells you all to get to your stations as class is about to begin.
Okay. I sit down in my seat. I put my book to the side of my table, and you know, straighten out the board. You know, lining up my desk, getting everything ready like a nerd.
Someone calls you a nerd in class.
No, literally. Someone calls you out for being a nerd.
You know what? What am I supposed to say? They're right.
They are correct, yes.
Anyways, I cast Meteor Fall.
anyways, I started blasting.
What happened? What happened? Sorry.
So Kylian was like, "Oh, I walked to the alchemy room and I set up all my stuff. I set up all my stuff like a nerd." And then Elpis is like, "Someone calls you a nerd." I'm like, "Yeah, someone calls you a nerd." And then Jamal's like, "Yeah, because I am." And then Elpis is like, "So, anyways, I casted Meteor Fall." Anyways, I started blasting.
Oh, that's good. That's professional.
Kylian becomes a quiet kid. He's just like, he's like, I have ideas here.
Anyways, I started
All
blasting.
the other kids.
I use a curse.
All the other kids with their punked up kicks.
I'd get arrested for that though, right? Like,
outrun my gun.
Actually, yeah, that's a good question. How do like prisons work in this world? How do people like get
How
get
do
arrested?
prisons work in this world?
they probably drain people's
powerful
mana by some way.
guards.
Yeah, powerful guards, I suppose. Yeah. There should be like some sort of way that you can like nullify someone's magic or something. I don't know.
Yeah, there's
Yeah, potions.
There should be.
potions,
There
fair
is.
point.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Well,
Also,
like, the prisons could do like a thing where like the superior magic potions are turned to a gas form, and like every day prisoners are required to like inhale the gas, and so it restricts them from using mana.
There was a better,
Get
there was a
gas
better
in showers.
analogy.
Or get gas in
You
Better
know why I
analogy.
use that analogy.
Oh, is that what the gas they tried to like fucking gas chamber Athenos with in the Humanoid Alliance?
No, that was actual just poison.
Oh.
Wasn't it
okay.
sleepy?
Yeah, they
Like,
tried
it wasn't
to-
gonna kill him,
it
Oh
was-
right?
yeah, it was
Straight to
yeah,
camp your ass.
permanent sleeping gas.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Should have
Like, I
been
thought they
lied.
were gonna
It-
wreck me. They're straight up gonna murk me.
No, literally. Anyways, yeah. So you and Kana have sat down, and Kana looks at you all and says, "All right. So today we're going to continue working on. Today we're going to warm up with some more processing practice." She says, "I want you all to." She hands you all a basket of flowers. "I want you to do the same thing we did last time, practicing 10 times, mashing up a flower." You do the same, and it takes you about 45 minutes. She then looks over your work.
Surprised
And-
you didn't start it.
She looks over your work and says, "Yep, it's definitely getting better. I think maybe a few more days of practicing, you should be able to get this more or less down. Now it just comes to a matter of when you have bigger and bigger loads." She says, "All right, you're all looking good. Remember, processing is always an important step. Good processing means good and safe potions." She says, "All right, next thing we're going to do is continue." Next thing we're going to do is some more potion work. Next thing we're going to do some more potion working, she says. So once again, she takes out the wheel and says that you can spin it, and she's going to spin it until you get a potion you land that you don't know.
Okay. I spin the wheel.
You spin the wheel. You spin and spin and spin, and it ends up landing on a fatigue potion.
Fatigue potion. I already know how to make that.
Yeah. So you roll again, and it lands on a mage's potion.
A mage's potion. I do not know how to make that. Okay, I guess I gotta try to make that one now, right?
Okay,
I'm gonna guess it enhances magical
Yeah.
spells, right?
Yes. Kana
Okay.
says that she'll tell you if you get any ingredients right or wrong. She says this time she said you'll still have 3 attempts. She also tells you it's a positive potion. Naturally.
Okay. So it probably won't use dark, but I mean, as something as broad as a mage's potion, it probably has multiple of every flower, right? So I'm assuming, I'm just gonna try to put every flower in there.
That's a mana
But
potion.
that's a mana potion, right? So. In that case, I guess. What would a magic potion know? Maybe it would just require dark and light as well. So I try to do that.
Kana stops telling you that's gonna overload the mana. It's gonna overload the fucking.
She's like, "You are gonna create a bomb, sir. I need you to stop."
Yeah. He says, "Actually think about what each of the flowers is doing. Don't just throw them all in there. You fucking reckless little shit."
Okay. So, thinking of how would a mage cast a potion? Maybe it's something similar to well, I'm thinking an Omni potion already exists, which is fire, air, earth, water, right? So maybe it's another combination of them. I put in like fire, air, lightning, ice.
She says, "You're aware that the elements don't matter. It's what the elements represent, right?"
Okay. That's fair. Oh, yeah, obviously. Okay. Well, in the case of fire being physical strength. Okay, so darkness and light don't have any motifs that I think strike me as it would be included in this potion. Electricity would be chaos and unpredictability, right? Ice would be like speed and veracity, and it'd be used in like more
It's
mental
not
potions.
what ice is.
Oh, it's not? What is ice? I looked through the book.
Calming and mental fortitude, you dumb fuck.
I'm written full fortitude. Okay. Then. Okay. Thinking. What? Okay. This requires actual brain power, and I don't have that.
Skill issue.
Okay. Um. I'm assuming that like for a mage's potion, you don't need physical strength, so no fire. Uh. I can't imagine ice or earth be included in it because those are like more mental restoration. If electricity is chaos and unpredictability, I can maybe see it. Uh, and I don't maybe like electricity and water or something.
Uh-huh.
So I do that. Two electricity, two water.
She says you only got one of those right, and it was too much of said one.
Okay.
Said you got one, you got the water right, it was one too much. Everything else was completely wrong.
Okay. So it's one water and no electricity. So I think to myself maybe I need to put in I guess like some earth, maybe some ice as well. So like one water, two ice, one earth.
So you managed to fuck that up completely. No, it's you only got the water right.
I chose all the wrong elements.
Yes. Said there's four
Okay.
total flowers, and you only got the water right.
Okay. Well then wait, so earth, ice, and electricity are not in it?
No.
That's crazy. Okay, well then I put three fire.
3 fire and 1 water.
hmm
She says, yeah, you got 2 fire right.
Two fire, right. Okay. So okay, if fire is physical strength, water is this like physical restoration, maybe actually I've ran out of elements. It's just air.
Yeah. Yes. You managed to craft, after 4 attempts, you managed to craft potion. She says, good job. She says, yeah, no,
Is it
none of these else make any fucking sense. Chaos magic is inherently an understandable system. How the hell would it be chaos and unpredictability if we understand it? Ice represents calming and mental fortitude. I don't know any magic spells that do that. It's Earth is mental restoration and healing. But that's mental healing. I don't know any. There's no spells that do that. Water represents physical restoration and healing. You have heal spells. Fire represents physical strength and capability. You have those spells. Air represents fluidness and speed. You have those spells. So I don't really know how you got. I can see
air represents
Earth,
what?
fluidness and speed. I've explained this to you 7 times now.
Oh, that makes sense. Okay. I'm sorry. I mean, I can see Earth. That's the thing. It's like
She says, no, there's no spell that does that. So.
okay. Sadness. All right.
So regardless, it was one of the more complicated potions anyway. So only getting it in 4 is still impressive.
Would it be a fair potion?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm not sure I can. I see the thought process behind the spell. Okay. Okay. I guess I sit back to my seat and I await like further instructions. Or actually, I have to do it again, right? I roll the board again. Okay, so I roll it once more to see what other potion I'm gonna do.
Yeah, you have to do one more. You roll it. Well, you roll the thing once more, and you end up on a hearing potion.
Hearing potion. Now I can eavesdrop on people, but legally. Is it legal?
Teeters on it. She says, "I'll give you one hint. This is a boost potion." She says, "All boost potions use air flowers."
All boost potions use what? Sorry, cut out.
Air flowers.
Okay.
She says, "Yeah. Anyways, make me a hearing potion."
Okay. Now, if this is to enhance, if all of them include air, it would make sense for it to maybe just include. I'm gonna try 3 because, uh, I'm assuming that that is its main purpose. It's
Uh-huh.
not unpredictable or chaos, I wouldn't say. It's not, justness or, like, evil and sin. It might. I could see, maybe, like, water in it. Uh, and perhaps, like, fire. So I'm gonna try water,
Physical strength
like.
and capability in a hearing
Okay,
potion.
that's
That is wild.
okay. I'm gonna try
Physical
2 air, 2
restoration
water.
and healing in a hearing potion. That is wild.
Well, okay, to be fair, I feel like fire is physical strength, water is like healthy and physical restoration, earth is mental
You're not
restoration.
restoring anything, you're increasing your hearing.
Hmm. Maybe just like electricity, just cause.
No.
So I
You were
tried
right
2
the first
electricity,
time when
2
you
air.
said it was wrong.
Okay. I'll try. Is it just? I want to try 4 air. Is that crazy?
You try 4 air and you end up making a speed potion. Because, yeah, no shit.
Hey, yo, give that to me.
You make
Give
a
that to me.
fared speed
Hey.
potion. I don't know what you thought was gonna happen from 4 air. I'm gonna be so real. She says, well, you got the air part right, I guess. She says. She says, I'll tell you, you were on the right track with 3 air.
Okay. So it's 3 air and something else. Maybe 3 air and 1 ice. I think to myself.
She says, wow, well, you know, she got it right. You make a hearing potion, a fair hearing potion. She says, impressive.
Is that because like ice has to do a lot with like I guess like a calmingness
Yeah,
of
you need to be able to focus.
okay. Okay. So okay, I make la potion and
You make the potion, yes.
I gotta organize this better. It's like breaking my head. Okay. But yeah, 3 air and it's a fair potion, right? Every new potion I make is gonna be fair, I'm gonna guess
Yes.
at the start. Fair potion. Okay. And do I need to do it again or is it just fun right now?
She says, it's good. She says, alright, it's been about 2 hours now. She says, alright, yeah, that's pretty good. She says, you're getting better at the hang of figuring out the combinations. She brings everyone back together and says, alright, so that you've all got a better hang of, you know, making these, we're now going to move on to, yeah. She says, now we're going to move on to some more technical things. She says, we're now going to practice on making our own tables. She brings out everyone a slab of like a trunk of wood. She says, she hands you all essentially a knife to carve. She says, you're all going to etch in the patterns of alchemy table. She says, take as much time as you need. Try to make it as best as you can.
Knowing I've already made one, although it might not be of the best quality, I try to basically I try to basically go slower this time and really care about the detail.
Tried to go slow, taking a full hour, but afterwards you're one of the last to finish, but you're fairly confident in your magic and your design. Kane looks over it and says, alright, this is not bad. There's only a few imperfections that I can see. Certainly taking your time is good, but we should get to a point where you can do it much faster, of course. Because, however, this is a very good start. Because, alright, with the hour left, we're now going to do some more, she said we'll do some, just a bit, she said, what to do next, she says, because next class we're going to start working on the advanced potions. For now,
Maybe we could introduce the new materials and what they mean, if there are any. We're gonna use an advanced
She
potions.
says, no, that'll be tomorrow. She says, I think for now we can just work on some more. You know what, with your remaining ingredients, I'll let you, just make whatever potions you want, and to get some experience. You look in the
Okay.
basket and you have 10 of every, you still have like 6 of every flower left. You can either experiment a bit or just make more that you already know and practice them.
I'm gonna experiment with them. I wanna use.
You note that most
for
potions are like 4 flowers, by the way.
Yeah, I've come to that realization.
There are a few exceptions, but you know.
Yeah, like the actually Omni I think is 4, but like Assassin Potion. Actually no. Yeah, most of them are 4 unless they're like very specific, like the Mana Potion.
Yeah. She also Kana also tells you the exception of this rule are blocking potions that are usually that are 5 on average.
Blocking potions are usually 5.
She says, and one of those is always a dark flower.
Oh yeah, sorry, and like, oh yeah, so it's kind of like how like, for every like affecting potion, or I guess like, what boost potion, it's like 1 air, right?
Well, to an extent, not necessarily boost potions, but some of them are.
Okay. In that case, I shall try, incorporating some dark flowers to make some negative potions. How about 1 dark, 1 ice, and like 2 water, if that's the type.
You try combining one dark, 1 ice, and 2 water, and you get nothing. I mean, considering you're trying to make a blocking potion, I don't know what that would achieve, considering Lily said it requires 5. You said 4.
Oh, I mean, it doesn't have to be a blocking potion.
I mean, it
It's
doesn't,
just like...
no, but no, that gets you nothing.
Okay. So then I try, like, let's do, like, 2 water, 2 ice, and a dark flower.
Gets you nothing.
2 fire, 2 earth, and a dark flower.
Let me check. No, it gets you nothing.
3 air, 1 water, and 1 dark.
Nothing. Wait, 3 air, 1 water, 1 dark? Oh yeah, never mind. You managed to make a fair blind potion.
I should start organizing these in, like, actual, like, categories, like positive, negative, and, like, their own. To basically just help. How long would a blinding potion work for?
Yeah, most potions, I'd say, they're most status potions, I'd say, weak is maybe 10 to 15 seconds, fair is maybe 30 seconds, greater is maybe 45, and superior 2 minutes. Maybe greater is a minute, superior is maybe like 2 minutes.
Makes sense. Wait, also, do you think my character will ever get better at Eclipse? Because, like, holding it for a few seconds is, like, good. But I feel like eventually... I mean, it'd probably be an upgrade, I'm not gonna lie. Like, but, okay. In that case, I mess around some more. I do, like, let's do, like, 2 air and 2 light.
Yeah, you get nothing. Cannon tells you that there aren't any, basic potions that use light flowers.
Okay. So then I guess, like, I use 3 lightning and 1 earth.
Nothing.
2 lightning, 2 earth.
Nothing.
What about 4 earth?
Nothing.
4 lightning?
Hold on. I know that makes something. Maybe. Does it? I don't think it does, actually. Maybe it does. It does not.
Okay. I'm crying here. I start thinking to myself, I can't use the bookend this time, right?
No.
Okay. 2 fire, 2 water.
You put 2 fire and 2 water flowers together. You managed 2 fire, 2 water. I don't think that's anything. Maybe it is. Let me just take one last scroll through. No, it is not.
Okay. 3 fire, 1 water?
I don't believe there's a thing there now. Actually, maybe it is. No. No, it is not.
I'm feeling like Kana lied to me that there were these worlds of possibility.
Yeah, there's like 30 potions. You've managed to miss all of them.
How about 1 air, 1 dark, sorry, 1 air, 1 ice, 1 lightning, 1 earth.
Well, I don't know what the fuck you thought that'd make, but no.
Okay.
Now you're just
3 lightning
Yes.
and 1 fire.
No.
2 lightning and 2 fire.
No.
3 fire and 1 lightning.
No.
Okay, Jamal, I'm gonna have to ask that you slow down, take like 2 minutes, and just like think of a possible combination, please.
Yeah, I don't know what chaos and physical strength are supposed to make, I'll be honest with you, Chief.
Yeah,
That's
no,
fair,
like
okay.
please,
These
just
are- these are,
look
like-
at the meaning, right? And then think, please. I beg of you. You have
Okay.
me feel all like right
You
now.
already have so much information too. You know all negative potions are dark flowers. You know all blocking potions are at least 5. You know all boost potions are air. Like,
Okay. So let me put 1 air, right? At least. Actually, let's
Kana
start
feeling
3.
kind of sad tells you that there isn't a boost potion that uses less than 2 air.
Okay. Kana's pitying me now.
She
This
says
is when
she
we
says
fall
it's the
in.
primary ingredient. Why would it be less than 2?
Okay. Then I use, let's say 3 air, and I put 1 fire.
Put 3 air and 1 fire. And you get nothing. I don't know. It's
Okay.
3 speed and physical strength to get you a boost potion. It's like a strengthening potion, you know. That exists. Actually, you said 3 air, 1 fire. Jamal, you said 3.
Yeah, 3 air,
never mind.
1.
Yeah, you make a fair agility potion.
A fair what?
Agility potion.
Do I already have that? I'm gonna check.
It'd be sad if you did.
I did not. Three air and 1.
Yeah, you can make like 2
Wait,
more-
it's 3 air and 1 water, right?
1 fire. How did you forget
1
your
fire,
recipe?
sorry.
You just said it.
I'm a little sleep deprived at the moment.
You can have like 2 more, I think. Before it's
Does it just like make me? Does agility potion just like make me like? I mean, I guess it just gives me more agility, like obviously.
Oh shit.
So like, I guess like speed and like hand-eye coordination and stuff.
Yeah, speed is a speed potion.
Okay, so just
Agility
like,
is, like-
more coordinated.
Yeah, essentially.
Then I guess like again, I want to try to get some potions that hurt Asylvius, you know. We need some of those block potions. I put or like weakening, I guess. I put 1 dark, right?
Uh-huh.
And maybe if water is mental restoration, 3 water and 1 dark would be some mental weakening spell.
Yeah, you make a restricting potion.
I already learned that.
Did you?
I'm
He
stupid.
did it! He's considering the possibilities!
He also
Oh my
okay, but he
God.
also made this one before, so yeah,
Oh.
yeah, no.
Well, hey, at least
You
you make it though.
forgetting that you already made a restricting potion. I guess you make another one.
Okay.
I mean, hey, at least he like critically thought about it, even though he already made it.
I came to the conclusion.
Yeah, no, literally.
I
Okay,
do
no,
one.
Jamal, this is fine. We all start from somewhere. You got this, I believe.
Okay. Let's do 1 dark and 3 fire. Maybe it's less like, you know, they don't punch as hard.
No.
Okay. Then maybe it's like 3 earth.
And 1 dark.
Yeah,
Make a drowsy potion.
a drowsy potion. I'm gonna give that to Elpis. It's just melatonin.
It's just a melatonin. Not entirely wrong.
I mean, that
Remember
could
that
help
one time where he took
extend-
melatonin and did lore? That's crazy.
Yeah, because you can make 1 more potion
it could
before
help.
the class is up.
And does this just make him like feel sleepy, or does it
Yeah,
actually put him to
feel
sleep?
sleepy. I mean, it can put him to sleep depending on how tired he already is.
I guess like also the potion, like quality.
Yeah, no, that too.
You know what? Out of curiosity, I want to see what happens if I combine justice and evil. What if I put 2 light, 2 darkness?
Did I just tell you that light flowers don't consider
Yeah,
basic
but like,
potions?
oh yeah, actually, yeah, that's right. There's no basic questions with light flowers. In that case, maybe like darkness with. Actually, I don't want to make this mistake again. Darkness with 3 electricity is something I have not done before, right?
It is not.
Right?
Yes.
Okay. Darkness with 3 electricity, maybe making them very like slow and sluggish, or something like that, or less, or more predictable at least.
Just 1 second. Hey, Jim. I'll just highlight it. I'll just highlight it for you. I'll let you try it
I
again.
want to.
I'll let you try again.
Listen, Jamal, okay, we gotta talk in the corner, please. Like, what's going on? Do I need to put Alpha in for
You do
halftime?
not need to talk in the corner.
Listen, do you need to take a seat, man? Do I need to bench you? We can send Elvis in at halftime. Like,
I think
okay,
the
I
worst
get
part
it.
is that he
You got
looked over them too and didn't see it. I think that's like the worst part.
Okay, Elvis,
You know
I'm
what?
putting Jamal, I'm putting you on the bench. Elvis, get up here.
Okay.
Get over here.
Okay.
I bet.
Let's do.
Dog, he took about
3.
until he's more active than you. This is wild.
Okay, let's do 3 fire, which is physical strength, right? And then I better not have made this before. Actually, I'm gonna check. I did not do 3 fire. Yeah, I've not done 3 fire before. What about 3
And 1
fire
dark.
and 1 water,
Oh,
or
1
something like
water?
that? Yeah,
Possibly. Let me check.
please, please.
Uh,
I don't ask for much. This is what I asked
3
for.
fire, 1 water, you said?
Mhm.
No.
I cried. Okay.
Oh my god.
Maybe 3 water, 1 fire? You know, we're going places.
3 fire, 1 water? Possibly? Chance, I suppose.
Or 3 water, 1 fire.
Yeah, 3
Yeah,
water, 1
hopefully.
fire? No. You get really close every time to something interesting. You're always like 1 off.
Okay, 2 water, 2 fire. You know, the final combination.
I don't think there's a potion that uses fire and water, if I'm being real.
That's fair. They both represent strength, so I thought maybe it's something
I mean,
like that.
fair enough, but yeah, no, they're only ever used together if it's in like a mana potion, because it uses all the elements. You're getting so
What if I
close to
use fire?
combinations, I find really funny.
Okay. A 2 fire and 2 earth do something. Maybe 3 fire and 1 earth, or 3 earth and 1 fire.
3 earth and
Kylian's trying everything just sporadically.
apparently. It said 3 fire and
Bro.
1 earth, or 1 earth and 3 fire.
Mm-hmm.
You put 3
Kylian
fire and
begs
1
for it.
earth and end up making a tank's potion.
What potion?
A tank's potion. Increases
Tank's
shield
potion.
proficiency.
Okay, and that's 3 fire and sorry, 3 earth and 1 fire.
No, 3 fire, 1 earth.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna give this to Dread so he never dies because he just tanks
Okay,
everything.
what's shield proficiency specifically?
Oh yeah, that's there.
I mean, magic
Oh,
shields.
That's
Ben,
actually
let me
pretty
use
I
good.
mean, magic shields count as
Let
well,
me-
so I suppose.
I mean, just think River the False God has mage shields before. So,
Fair.
I mean, you can always just give that to me.
Anyways.
Oh yeah, that's right.
The class period finally ends as Kana congratulates you on, although struggling, managing to pull together 4 different potions. Albeit,
always
actually
thought-
3 different potions, because you actually made the one that you already made before. And almost made another one you already made before.
Kylian sits to himself and thinking, you know, my determination I always thought was I'm fighting injustice like a Sylvius, but no, it's really just making potions that takes determination.
Apparently, you think. So, yeah,
Okay, I go outside and meet Elpis.
you go outside as Elpis. Do you spend the entire 4 hours training Elpis? Do you want to learn a super spell as well?
Yeah, sure.
Okay,
Here.
what category?
I mean, I already have a wind super. Do I have a demonic super?
Do you? It's your fucking spell, it's not mine.
Oh, apparently I don't. Okay, we're learning a demonic super spell.
Alright. You try to learn a demonic super spell. The list is Greater Curse, Wings of Annihilation, Greater Sin Shield, Greater Shatter, and Abaddon's Wrath.
Abaddon's Wrath.
The user raises their hand in the sky, creating a red magic circle beneath them that traces the ground with a radius of 25 meters. Upon activation, the magic circle becomes a pool of black liquid. The circle is lined with a red material, and the black substance is sticky in nature. From the black goo, deformed and mutated hands will rise from it, grabbing anything the user deems an enemy into the goo, suffocating them.
Oh, bad.
Excuse me? Why is that so cool? I need to learn this?
Elpis
I
learns
practice
the
this.
super demonic spell Abaddon's Wrath. You activate it and use it on some testing dummies, and they're pulled into the ground. Even though they're obviously not alive, the arms also crush the dummy as well as like attempt to suffocate it.
Damn. That's pretty useful.
Pretty useful to use on my enemies, I guess.
While I just have the stone still tied around my arms and legs.
Yeah, you finish training and fly on over to, it's around 8 p.m. The sun is, like, halfway down the horizon. You meet up with, Kylian.
Alright. I'm just thinking of going back to my room. Actually, first time yeah, no, I'm just gonna go back to my room.
Yes, that's not a bad solution. I feel very tired today as
I
well.
like to imagine that Elpis, like, didn't even go to the Mage's Guild. He just went straight home. He was like, fuck this guy.
Yeah, man, fuck this guy. Bro, I'm just...
It's
I could do
consistent
that
with his
and portray...
character.
He is consistent.
would be
Listen,
consistent.
don't worry about Elpis Kylian now. Please give me more potions. I'm always ready to
Yeah, he's like, bro, I sent him on like tuition free to like his Alchemy to learn this, so he could give me potions. Just currently like this is how we keep the state safe from the vampires.
Yeah, exactly. You get the
No,
potion master.
this is gonna be like, give me all the potions. I hand him like 7, and he just starts chugging. Okay, I guess we both meditate until we sleep. Also feeding Eliza, of course.
You head
before.
home and both meditate for 4 hours, raising your mana pool by 20. Actually, by 30. You both go to sleep around 12.
Alright, I think it's a good place to end
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
There are 2 days of the week. 2 days.